The Beatles on the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I am Ron Bennington. And now we have the Beatles channel.
Yes. Debuted yesterday. And
yesterday, all the Beatles were so far away.
And I feel like everyone has been a buzz about this.
Well, we have for a couple reasons. Number one, it took a long time to get this. And number two, after all these years, they still haven't been replaced as the number one band.
Yes. And I remember it was 9 years ago. I had the idea. I came to Steve Leeds and I said, I've got this little idea.
Really? Well,
you know the Beatles, right?
He didn't at that time. You had to explain it to him.
And I said, you're going to love these guys. What if we had a channel? Just Beatles.
I am glad that we're now PC, that people can't go back to call them what they used to.
Mm-hmm.
The you-know-what for. I'm not going to say it. But that's what they used to call them.
I think it's with a B.
Yeah. Bag 4. Well, let me tell you something. Well, I also wanted to send a so long to our good friend Bobby Moynihan, and tomorrow night is his last. And I don't know whether you saw the thing that we put up the other night from the Bennington Show, and you guys, where it said "Miss you" in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah.
He always was in the bottom right-hand corner, giving a wave. And, I mean, he wrote that show as well as you can. You just can't put it together. And Vito, you put together how many of your favorite, Bobby Moynihan?
5.
Your top 5.
Favorite Bobby Moynihan sketches.
Would you say it was the Fab 5?
Bag 5?
I never said that.
That's good that you didn't. I know Chris did, though.
I know.
That was him.
No.
Yeah, he had an incredible run. I mean, that guy's so funny and so great. It's a shame to see him go because he was a very important part of that cast.
You know, I had to, the first night I met Bobby Moynihan, I had left here and I was invited to this thing that Marty Scorsese was going to be at, and they were coming with all kinds of new movies, and there was all these stars there. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't get there's not a lot of star-studded stuff that I go to, or even get invited to, come to think of it, but the fact that it was Scorsese, I'm like, I'm definitely going to this, right? So we leave here and we can't get a cab. It's dark, it's winter, it's cold. I'm looking for a cab, and I feel this tug on my arm, and it's Bobby Moynihan. He's like, Ron, I just want you to know. And he's on SNL at the time. I'm just a big fan of yours, and I've gone to all your things. And there's a cab pulling up, and I'm like, yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Hey, let's get you on the show sometime. And I jump in. So then I talked to him like, dude, I'm sorry that, you know, I had to go so fast, but it was the first cab I saw at 40 minutes. I was going to this thing, and he goes, I remember telling my girlfriend that night, I don't think Ron likes me. You know how he is? Such a sweet, sensitive guy. And the weird thing is, I was a fan of his as soon as he came on, because he always brought so much energy.
Yeah.
And I used to call him the sixth man, because, you know, on a basketball team, you have that guy on the bench, and he's the guy that sparks once you bring him back in, you know,
right.
Once you come in. And when he was young, he would just come blasting onto the stage, and I always admired that. And then, of course, he became one of the major stars, and now he's going to have his own show. And now, believe it or not, there's a 5 that Vito has put together. Vito Calise 5.
I'm really proud of it.
The 5. Also up on the iBank today, our good friend Leslie kind of takes it pretty tough to Jimmy Fallon about his excuse of muscling hair is why his show's not doing as well right now. And she makes the case, I'll see how you guys, when you try to please everyone, you kind of don't please anyone. So he says he's afraid that if he doesn't play directly to the masses and makes anybody feel bad, that they won't like him and watch his show. But everybody's going to the other show now.
Right.
But why doesn't he do a pro-Trump show if he feels that way? Like, the hell with the liberals. I love Trump.
Yeah, and pick up the other side if that's what you're going to do. But I would agree that probably playing to the masses, it's not necessarily like it's an immediate bad thing. It just has a time limit. like pop music has a time limit, right? So it's like, it's made to appeal to everyone. This is a palatable sound. This is like, okay, everyone's gonna dig this. But then that also gets tossed out.
Well, Seth and Colbert play anti-Trump guys.
Yes.
And, that may or may, it's working for them now.
Right.
But that also is a burnout too. They always said that disco music came from that the war had ended and we just didn't want to hear any heavy songs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just wanted to dance, or as we said, boogie our ass off at the Frisco discos, shake your booty Incorporated. You know what I mean? Like people just wanted to say, look, fuck it. I like the nightlife. I want a boogie. I want some hack show. And I want to live. But just like video killed the radio star, then after that, the grunge period was like, how weird are you with your stupid videos?
Right.
Exactly. It just is what the world does.
Yeah.
There was a time when Al Pacino was young, Robert De Niro was young. We thought Italians were attractive. But now we've got Vito and the Jersey Shore girl. What's her name again? Snooki. Vito and Snooki, both out of the Jersey Shore. We're like, we're done with that,
Although I would like to see the two of them together. I feel like you guys would make quite a pair.
I don't know whether you'd recognize Snooki. She's changed her look so much.
I actually did. I saw her, maybe that was like a few months ago, and I did not recognize her. Somebody had to tell me, oh, that's Snooki, and I had no idea.
All right, so both of those are up on the iBank today. Bobby Moynihan's top 5, as told by Vito, and of course Leslie. Let me get the name of that, but she gives her thing of the Fallon Show as a very interesting, point of view. And I do agree that you can't say this is just because he rubbed Trump's head. I don't know why anybody.
Like, that could be a symbol or a situation that kind of maybe felt like off base, but I don't think it would have been enough people would have been like, that alone has offended me and I'm tuning out. It's more like a feel of the way he handles things.
I do believe that there are people who, look, this is why it's tough for Fox News right now. It's better to attack than it is to defend. Mm-hmm. You don't want your guy to become president because that makes for a lot of boring arguments on your side.
Right.
No matter which party you are.
Yes, of course. The left, it was a very quiet 8 years from the left during the Obama administration.
And people
There's
are
no
like,
fire.
you know what? Obama's a nice enough guy and yeah, maybe he could have done more, but.
Right.
But now, there's almost nostalgia.
And it's less fun to have to walk around and be like, what am I going to have a list of everything Obama's accomplished and to be like, no, actually he's a pretty good dude, because it's not as an easy position.
Yes, it's not as easy as that son of a bitch is destroying us. That's where you want to be with your politics. You want to be against the man. You don't want to be the man. Mm-mm. The only person that was good at being the man, Stan the Man Musial. My roommate, when I played with the cards.
What?
I didn't stay long, Chris. I was up for a cup of coffee. You know what I mean?
Still, you made it, though.
Really? Because you tell that to my ACL. I've been fucking limping. We didn't have any operations back in those days. No operations. They wanted to cut my leg off at the thigh.
Oh, my God.
And you know why I said no?
Why?
I'm too close to my dick. You think that during those Civil War things, they ever accidentally cut off a dick?
Yeah, I'm probably in a rush.
Okay, there you go.
You're in a rush.
There's a whole civil war going on. You're like, I got 20,000 legs that cut off.
Look, I didn't mean to saw the dick off. It just got in the way.
Do you think when your leg gets sawed off, you're reunited with that leg in heaven?
Interesting. I think.
Could you find my leg somewhere in heaven?
I would like to think you get to choose the version of yourself. Well, I was
told
you
get somebody else's legs.
Oh yeah, like if you want like some like super buff legs, just instead of just giving me back mine.
No.
It's like a really good pair.
Now when Chris goes to hell, do you think his skin's just going to keep burning off and growing back?
Oh yeah.
Burning off and growing back?
Yeah.
That sounds like it hurts, Chris.
Yeah, I feel like I'll just be in the lake of fire. Yeah, you have to regrow it if they want to really punish you.
I fell into a Stanley lake of fire. He went down, down, down. on a little kid's time.
I would never do that.
That's why you actually ended up in hell, huh?
No, that wasn't it.
That's one of the reasons.
That's so sad.
I didn't do that.
The other reason is what he said about Asians. And a very good friend of mine is 1/3 Asian.
Yeah. Wow.
I take offense now.
That was
You didn't even
between me and
know you
Ron.
were Asian before?
I didn't know I was that high of a percentage. Like, I walk
That's
around
your
like...
highest percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
They didn't tell you where in Asia though. It's a pretty goddamn big place.
Yeah. What
You
do
know?
you?
It said South Asian, India.
Burma.
Or Pakistan. It said my people could come from India or Pakistan.
Oh.
Yeah. So now I have like a thing with, Iran and everything. I'm like, wow, they won't even let my people in.
Yeah. But
I feel very connected to these people that
here's
Trump
the
won't let
thing.
in.
India and Pakistan don't like each other at all. And they've scrapped quite a few times. I call them Pakistan.
Pakis.
When we were mean to people from that part of the world, we'd go Pakistan in the back. And then, first of all, I don't even know anybody from there, but I like to think that I would have said that.
When I was in high school, I had a band called Pocky, named after the Japanese candy.
That's delicious.
And this dude who was Indian was like, "Oh, that's hilarious," because like against the Pakis, we call them Pakis too. But like with his accent, he's saying like Paki, like Pakistan. I'm like, oh no, it's not a racial slur against people of Pakistan.
Delicious treat.
It's totally different.
When I was a kid from England was over, and he said to me, "You ever go out Paki bashing?" And I go, "First of all, I don't know what you're talking about. 2, there's so few Pakistani people here, and the last thing I'm going to do is bash."
Oh yeah, they're causing me no trouble.
Yeah. I said, we do a thing we call limey kicking. So, bad day for you, Ringo. And that's right, it was Ringo Starr.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Who at the time, we used to call Richard Sharkey. That's his real name. Yeah.
Wow, so you've really known him a long time.
I guess so. It seems like it. Old neighborhood stuff. But I thought Ringo was good, but I liked Pete best. Wish some of these work. Some of these jokes work is what I'm after. We got to do an early break today, but let's go around. Let's see with Jen. Is there anything on your mind, Jen, today?
Well, I have a thought about karma, because my parents are like my mom's very spiritual. She believes in good and bad karma. And I'm like, it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, I don't believe in karma at all. Like, if someone does something bad to you, I don't believe that it comes back around them, someone's going to do something bad to them. Or good karma. Like, I don't really believe in it.
If you actually, and first of all, do you believe in caramel? Because that's delicious.
Do you believe in
Caramel, like on popcorn, becomes a Cracker Jack, and people are always wrong about. See, they act like there's instant karma, to quote John Lennon. But if you look in the religious aspect of it, the karma would take place in the next life or even the life after. So when you have bad luck, it's because you did some shit that you can't even remember, which is lets you know what it's like to be just a blackout drunk. But the thing about, like, people always go, like, if someone does something mean to you, they're always like, what comes around goes around, dude. Don't worry about it. I'm like, well, you know what? I've been around. It's not true. Sometimes things just leave and you never see them again.
Well, I will say though, if you learn something, just like any religious thing, it's very hard to shake that if you learn at a young age. So like Wiccans and pagans or witches, whatever you want to call it, have the rule of 3, which is like why you don't put bad energy out into the world, because everything you do comes back to you 3 times. Oh. So like since, like being a kid, knowing that, I was just like, I keep that in mind, whether or not that's superstition, whether it's just like a way to teach you to be a better person.
That's why you don't do bad spells if you're a true
Exactly.
witch.
If you're a true witch. A good witch. What do you know? Good witch? What a bad witch?
No, it's the ways of the 3.
The rule of 3. Ever mind the rule of 3. what you put out comes back to thee or something like that.
I would do also the rule of 3, and it was always me and 2 other chicks. No, it was. I'm not going to lie to you.
And you always said, that's the rule.
That's the rule. And here's the other part of it. I'm not even saying they're the 2 hottest chicks I've ever met. Don't need to be. As long as there's 2 of them.
But they are 2.
Yes.
There's more.
2 + 1 = fun. You know what I'm saying, Vito? Do you believe in it, Vito? Because you're Italian. Italians tend to be superstitious.
Yeah, well, my big issue with karma is that, like, if somebody, like, say Chris murders Jen in cold blood.
Oh. How would this happen?
You just did it in cold blood. You went nuts one day and you killed her.
That's not what in cold blood means, but okay.
Okay. I thought that's
very likely.
So then, if I kill Chris, aren't I just delivering karma?
No, that's not karma. That's,
But
I guess,
he's gonna get
vengeance?
something coming back to him.
That's that. Now you deserve something coming back to you, which
Yes.
the law would do.
Yeah.
You would spend either the rest of your life in jail, or my hope, lethal injection.
Now, here's another thing. I'll bring it back to like the Wiccan idea. You could do that if your vengeance is that important to you. You can say it is worth for me to get 3 times back to me
Then 3
just
guys
to
are gonna jump
motherfuck
you.
you once. You know what I mean? So that could be your decision.
But if karma's gonna get delivered no matter what, somebody has to deliver the karma. So then I'm just a body.
Well, guess what? A fucking rock can fall out of the sky.
Right.
But you have your own sense of purpose and soul and spirit. You can't be Batman deciding that you're going to go out there and karma everybody's ass just because your parents got killed in a fucking alley when you were leaving an opera.
and wouldn't I have been doing some sort of karma towards Jen? Maybe she did something terrible, which made me freak out and kill her.
She's a
We're not
good
starting at
person,
that
Chris.
point. It didn't start that Jen killed somebody.
I said you did it for no
Asian,
reason.
Chris.
But what I'm saying is, Vito can't take it upon himself to say, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm nothing but pushed around by the universe. I'm a butcher now. No, you have to be responsible for yourself.
Right.
And that's why even in this society, we don't do the eye for an eye anymore. Now, what, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And people will go in the Bible, eye for an eye, like the Bible. But you have to remember when they did that in the Old Testament, it's because people used to chop off a head for an eye, right?
Right.
We had to limit people down to say, okay, he stole a cow from you. You can't burn down his house
Right.
and rape and murder his wife and children. 'Cause that's where we
They were
before
dialing
that.
you back,
Yes.
not pushing you up.
Right.
They were saying, hey, the punishment does not fit the crime here.
No. So that was a very progressive and liberal thing at the time because the people are like, I don't want to just take out his eye. I want to take out his whole family. And we're like, no, Joshua, you can't do that. Eye for an eye, as God said.
None of his family will have eyes. Not a one of them.
That's not fair, Joshua. It's just him. And how did he poke out your eye to begin with? How? I mean, what a weird thing. I mean, you think
I'll be honest, it was an accident.
I mean, if he shot you with an arrow, you think it would have went right in it. Right now, we'd be talking brain for a brain. So that's how we feel about karma. But your mom believes because she's Asian.
Well, she's like very Catholic, and that's why I always thought like the whole religious thing. It's like, how could you say, like, if something like if someone did something bad to my mom, like a lady at her job, and she's like, you know what, she's gonna get really bad karma, and I'm like, Mom, but you're not. How is that very Catholic of you to say?
Catholics, because I grew up that way too. We have a tendency. There's some superstition thrown in and some kind of other thing. They're not official to us, but we don't mind saying, well, the reason why that happened is because this happened, even though we can't.
Right.
Even though we can't prove that, and we have nothing in our religion, we'll say all the time, well, bad things happen to bad people. We say that, but
Yeah.
bad things also happen to good people, and even worse, good things happen to bad people all the time.
But like as a Catholic person, I feel like you should always wish good upon anyone. Like even if they do something bad to you, say, "Oh, that's okay."
We understand that. I mean, you turn the other cheek, but it's way too hard to be actually Catholic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even with the Pope, when he goes around giving money to the poor, people are like, he's taking this too far. You're like, not really. You know what I mean? Like if you go back and read it, it's like God doesn't think you should have money. Thinks you should be helping people.
I wonder if you're even taking the idea of Christianity literally, right? So you're taking these lessons very literally. Mm-hmm. And obviously the idea of revenge would not be Christian. But would the idea of justice then not be Christian? Because that is in itself maybe a lesser degree, or what we deem to be, just to us is still like a decision that we make. Because justice I like, but if you look at it as that is still us determining.
Well, if you break it out, right, just look at the word justice. Just ice. Just ice. So they don't get a soda like everybody else. They just get ice.
Okay, I see. So less bad.
Yeah. So for the rest, I'd rather can I put a beverage in this ice? Sure. You did nothing wrong. But that dude over there, Vito, he's just ice.
Yeah.
I was just delivering karma.
Yeah. Oh, you won't drop that bit. I forgot that about you. But take it down right now. Karma, right? Car, automobile. Ma, right? Your ma. Car, mom.
Yeah.
Carmen.
Karma.
Carmen what? Carmen Electra, right?
Yeah.
Electra. Yeah. What's tra also for? What? Tricycle, right?
Tricycle.
Call. Like your uncle, right? Uncle what? Uncle Ben's right? Rice, right?
Ben's rice. Ben's rice.
But now let's break that down. Our ice, right? Our ice. We share the ice.
Okay.
Okay, it's not just ice.
It's our ice.
Oh.
Our ice.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
It's weird to say this, but I've never thought of it that way.
You should, though. You should if you want to be a Catholic. Cath. Let's try it now. Catholic. We do have to break here. Vito, your article is up to top 5.
It's the 5.
About Bobby Moynihan. And then also our friend Leslie has, she's read quite the piece. Mm-hmm. Taking on Mr. Jim Fallon and his claims that it was the Trump thing. It's a very interesting read. I first of all, I don't worry about Jimmy Fallon. I have a feeling that he's going to be around for a long time. But this is definitely the most trying time of his career. That's coming up a little later on today. Comedy 101 out of Austin, right? Austin, right? Oz, like what? Ostrich? Stridge, right? Stridger? Stridgerator?
Okay, kinda.
Yeah.
I'm there.
All right, Comedy 101 is coming up. This is the Bennington Show. Oh, the other day when you thought that you had the theme to Tell Me Everything.
Yeah.
You just had the rejoinder music.
Oh, Jesus.
So he comes in, he goes, hey, you guys use the same rejoinder music we do.
Thought that was what he opened the show with. I was wrong.
Oh, gosh.
No, that made me really laugh. Hey, you guys use the same rejoinder music. Do, 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 do. Hey, it's the Bennington Show. Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
I know we are.
Yeah. I know one thing. TGIF. TGIF.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Mm.
I'm going to text that to all my friends right now.
Hey, it's Friday. We're going to get fucked up after 5 o'clock.
Why wait till that?
Yeah.
I'm getting my Friday on. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm going to be at the Stand tonight, and it's always funny to me to see the second show audience because they, it's now 10 o'clock, and they have been drinking pretty steadily since 5.
Since 5 p.m.
Yeah. But they're also up early that day, so there was no sleeping in. So they were up at 6, drinking 6, 5, and you just see them fighting to stay in the moment. You know?
It's very funny in Midtown, like 5, 6 o'clock. It actually reminds you of like last day of school. You know what I mean? Like they're like just running out. And they're like, I'm gonna get crazy. And it's like, we have this every week.
I forgot to,
Happy hour. Happy hour's happening.
They love the name Happy Hour. But somebody just, I can't remember, I saw this on TV, they were going, why would you want to stay and party with the people that you were just trapped with all day? And it is true.
And then you're like, now I like you.
Yeah. All day I thought you were a dick. But get over here, Disco Dad, I'm buying you 2 shots.
Drink it.
And then later you're like, that Disco Dad's alright. I've seen him drunk.
Yeah.
So now we're
There's
really
something good about him. I saw him crying in the bathroom saying he's just not going to make it, man.
By the way, how childish is the term happy hour? And that's just something like, you just accept it, that's the name of it. But if you really think of it, it's just like, are you going to happy hour? It's when we get happy.
Well,
really weird.
I like a pure happy hour where if you order a cocktail, they bring you two.
Yeah.
So
Two for
not
free.
only is like, oh, when you're done with that cocktail, the next one's free. It's like, here's both of them sitting in front of you.
Right.
Perfect.
And you're drinking twice as fast now because happy hour ends.
Yeah. So you definitely want to get it in.
They stopped all these things they used to do in Florida. They used to do drink till you drowned. So you could come in, pay $10 and drink until they fucking eventually threw you out.
What?
Yeah. So it was drink till you drown. And then there was another place, and they stopped this, that all the drinks are free until the first person leaves the bar or takes a piss. So all the drinks were free until if someone left, now we're fucking paying, or anyone goes to take a piss. It's over.
Oh my God, that's a terrible idea.
That's
And
amazing.
Everybody was yelling for each other, like, fucking hold on, fucker. He's like, I gotta piss so fucking bad.
2 more rounds.
I'm wearing a diaper.
Anyone wearing a diaper would be paying for the entire place.
You actually have to get pat down. They give you a pat. Men and women line up. You get a pat on the crotch just to be sure you're not cheating.
But they did away with all that because mad mothers about drunk drivers.
Oh, this PC world we're living in. Where you can't have piss drinking contests. That actually sounds gross, but.
But let's say this. Chris, what time would you leave a bar normally?
4 a.m. It's closing time.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, why are your children out at 4 a.m. when Chris is leaving? You know what I mean? Any kid out that time of night is up to no good. Or has a paper route.
Now, here's the thing.
Or is going fishing, I guess, the fishing kids.
The older I get, I don't close out bars anymore. It was like something you did when you were young, but like you're an adult, you get tired. Chris is an alcoholic. He's shaking his head, but just let me finish my fucking sentence. But then when we went to Austin, they have an early what is theirs? 2?
2 a.m. Some places were 1.
And I was like, this is barbaric.
See?
It just seemed sick.
Pennsylvania was always 2 when I was a kid. New York is the longest I can remember.
But it felt so weird at 1 or 2, like 1:30. They were like last call, and I was like, "What? I can't remember the last time I closed out a bar. This is so weird." 2 seems like a very strange time.
I don't like it.
It would be
standard, right?
Yeah,
Most places in the U.S.
But in New York City, if I was heading to a bar, it would never be before midnight.
Right,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? You would go after midnight because you're like, I don't want to drink for 6 hours.
Oh, definitely.
You know, that's crazy. Forced, that's plenty.
When I was in my early 20s, that's when you went out. You went out at midnight, and then you closed out the bar. And exactly that thing. He's like, I'm not made of money. I'm not going to go to a bar at 9 p.m. It's like I'm going to be spending too much.
Sit in my house and have a couple of nice drinks before then. All right, it's the Bennington Show. Happy Friday, everybody.
To you as well.
Sorry we all sound like drunken alcoholics with no direction at all, but you asked for the truth, you got the truth.
So the other day I was, or this was yesterday, I was having a heated debate with Chris Stanley about the use of the eggplant emoji. Now before we go into it, Ron Bennington, what is the eggplant emoji stand for?
Well, first of all, I don't emoji, I'm far past that. But growing up, the Italian kids, eggplant was a racial slur for African Americans.
Yes.
Now, you never heard of that before?
No.
There's a weird thing about Italians. They use fruits and vegetables as slang.
Yes, to insult each other.
For a huge amount of it. And eggplant, I guess, because it was the darker of all,
Yeah.
So that's all I know it by.
Which I think it's like it's like something with an M, like Mullion or something like that, right?
Mullion is the way they would say it. Yeah,
exactly.
But that's Italians. They're fucking crazy. They're literally out of their mind.
But this is not what the eggplant emoji means for whatever reason. It means dick. And I don't know why.
Well, it's dick-shaped, I guess. It's.
But here's the thing. So there's been a lot of updates to the emojis.
Yeah.
But we lived in a world where we had a banana emoji and we went for the eggplant. Was not banana the universal decision for this is a phallic fruit or vegetable?
It's always been eggplant for the penis. The banana
It's never been. You mean in real life or emoji world?
Emoji world.
Okay, who gives a shit? What I'm saying is, in life, you never sell. And people are like, cucumber, I'll give you. Banana, I'll give you. But eggplant, we were never walking around going, eggplants are dicks. So why did it become the standard?
I feel it's because the banana emoji is a little bit too curved, and the eggplant emoji
Much
is
like
less
a penis?
curved.
Which looks more like a penis.
Which is more
If you had a penis that looked like an eggplant, you go to the doctor. You're like, I don't know what the fuck happened.
This is a very weird shape.
Fucking frightening.
I think they have everything mixed up because they have the eggplant as the dick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they have the peach. What's a peach?
I would say pussy.
Of course a peach would be a pussy. Jen, what does the peach emoji mean?
Butt.
That's the
insane.
butt.
Yeah.
And these two things drive me insane.
You have
that
every
you
right.
have the peach, which has always been the vagina.
Yeah.
Why would that not be the vagina?
It's because of the way they drew the peach for the emoji, where it's that curvature that kind of looks like an ass.
Here's the
show
thing.
you.
Why do you feel like you got to protect the emoji people?
Because he's the true millennial.
I would never be like, hey, I'm here to protect the emojis.
Like, it's so strange to me. And again, you're saying that, but I still think that the peach looks like a vagina. Because peaches look like vaginas.
Show it to me.
All right, I'm going to show you both. First off, this is the fucking eggplant. This is dick. Why? When we have this,
Why not just...
dog, we have banana.
Hot dog is two different parts. You can't pull that for the penis.
Of course, that makes more sense.
Well, the banana is peeled. And you don't peel a dick. But I would say it looks more like a pussy than an ass.
Yes, and it's been a euphemism for vagina. Like, it's been a word that people say.
Do you ever hear what the Jews will call, like, their kids' vaginas?
No.
Kiddush.
Oh my god.
Isn't that wrong?
That's
A
not
knish?
good.
Yeah.
Like a potato knish?
Yes. We'll say your little kiddush.
Mustard?
I don't know what that means.
And then the Italians say pisciadelle, which I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what it is. Pichadil, pichadal. So shortened, both can be a piche. Did you grow up calling it a piche?
Well, I never heard of the term for vagina, but I got brujol a lot. Like, that's what all my uncles would say.
Your
about
little brujol?
Yeah.
You must have a chode.
He's got quite the chode. He's chode generation.
But you know what they use for the vagina in emoji speak?
What's that, fig?
It's, no, a kitten. It's like a cat, the cat emoji for vagina.
That's fucking stupid.
That's dumb.
That's what they use. That's what the kids use.
I don't think they do.
Why are you protecting them?
Because I gotta adapt. I gotta adapt to these times, and I have to send fucking eggplants and
That is
peaches.
true.
And-
First of all,
The
nobody
predator has to adapt when talking to the children.
says I have to send these eggplants. I gotta get these eggplants out there.
and the eggplant and then like the water droplet emoji. So it's like
Oh,
a
right.
comic.
So you're coming. I've seen this a lot. You know what I see a lot is like very dirty in emoji speak is like the tongue out and then like the water. I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Like lick my cum?
Yeah, very.
You haven't even been talking to any girls online lately, huh?
No, I gotta jump back into it. The last woman I was with, what was the one where I
Called
met
the police?
No, no one ever called the police on me.
Let me see when you were texting with her. Because I always get a big kick out of your text conversations.
Oh no, those are gone.
Oh, you got rid of them?
I got rid of those. It
Yeah.
was just too depressing.
I like when you have that kind of fun stuff. Why was it depressing?
Just the not answering back part.
What did she do to him? She ghosted him.
Yeah, I got ghosted, exactly. So I was like,
You've been
well,
ghosted.
no more then. No more.
So you got rid of it so you didn't have to see the...
Why be
I didn't care about that, but did you apologize? Were you like, geez, I'm so sorry?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I was like, hey, that normally doesn't happen to me.
Dude,
Okay.
you were a fucking nightmare in her life. The fact that her and her friends probably laughed about you.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
It's fucking horrific.
I'm sure I'm
live
some,
like you.
I'm some fucked up Tinder story now.
Oh yeah, like that's like a Sex in the City. Like they call you like Mr. Limp Dick or something.
You're like the loser in a bad movie. Look, Jen is just nodding along the whole way. By the way, it's never happened to you, has it, Jen?
No. Not yet.
I'm the topic of discussion at some fucking brunch. It's really
And here.
Oh yeah.
And here, don't forget your own friends.
Well, some Brooklyn strangers.
But is that why you're afraid to go back to dating? Because you don't know if it'll work again?
It's gonna work again.
It's gonna come back into your head though next time.
You think?
Yes. It's like a fucking error in a baseball game.
You know what I was thinking about doing?
What?
Just like, cause next day I'm gonna drink. I might try to buy some like Chinese Viagra off the internet just to fucking, make sure that my fucking dick works.
But they say the Chinese Viagra doesn't work.
See, I'll just take a bunch of it because I think it's a crapshoot on the fucking pills. Like some of them actually have the dick pill juice in it and some don't.
Why don't you just go to a doctor, explain what's wrong with you, and he'll just give you dick pills.
See, I just lied and say I can never get a hard on.
Yeah, why?
Yes, I can.
You're 0-1 right now. You're only as good as your last performance.
Well, then I have to fucking step this shit up.
You know that's true. You're only as good as your last boner. And if you had a shabby boner, you're a shabby dude. That's just what's
Shabby
up.
boner.
How I hate you. Now, Jen, you're saying if you were in a circumstance like that, you definitely would go back to your girlfriends and be like, this guy.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She goes back and talks about the losers.
Yeah.
Even the losers get boners sometime. Oh yeah, you can't even be considered a loser. Because that song says even the losers get boners sometime.
But you don't.
I do get boners sometimes. It's the last time I didn't get a boner.
You get boner no times. That's fucking sad though, Chrissy.
I'm not happy about it. I just
So
want
that's
to share.
that's kept you from going back out dating, huh?
Yeah, it's been like about a week.
Why don't you get a sex therapist?
I don't need a sex therapist. I drank like fucking 6 shots of bourbon and a bunch of beer, and I couldn't fucking get it up. I mean, I don't think a sex
Dude,
therapist.
I will
needs
tell you
that.
this. I'm an alcoholic and an addict.
Okay.
Never had your fucking problem.
It's one time. That's all. It's going to be fine.
But that's all it took for her to fucking hit
There's
the
plenty of
streets.
other Tinder fucking fish in the sea.
That's not how the saying goes.
You know what? A lot of you know who can't? These fucking serial killers, they always have erection problems, and that's why they take it out on the women.
That's very true.
I'm not going to murder any women. I'm not a serial killer. I'm just a guy who had too many drinks one night. That's all.
Yeah, but that's going to be in your head right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's in my, it's definitely in my head.
Yeah.
I
You're
got to
gonna
get
think
through
of
that
it.
shit. I got to break this fucking blockage.
So you're scared going back.
I'm
there.
worried.
He's scared enough to go get Chinese fucking pills.
Just to make
Why don't you
sure.
just get? I still don't understand. Why can't you get regular ones? Why are you getting Chinese Viagra?
I guess I could go to the doctor who just give it to me, right?
Yes, that's what I brought up.
Yeah.
Go to the doctor, explain what's wrong with your penis. I
say,
think that would be something they would sell over the counter, though.
Just
don't
say,
you?
hey, doc, I got a garbage dick. You got any cure for that?
Look, it's fucking all beat the fuck up.
You
I
got
need some
fucking
help.
sand in your cock, son.
How'd
You're
you
pumping
even do
sand
that?
down there.
I need some help, doc.
But that is also, you may have some kind of a fucking venereal disease,
No.
because that is a sign of it that you can't get fucking wood.
You know what? I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm going to get tested again just to make sure.
I think
And
you
then
should.
I'm going to get some dick pills, too.
Because after the last test, you did
maybe
go
some
back.
Adderall.
You did go back into raw dogging it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Albanian girl, the hotel girl.
If he fucking puts some fucking plastic over that dick, it's like he smothered it.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, it fucking goes limp immediately. Yeah, it is disgusting, Jen. Feel good about judging him. Oh, he's filthy.
That's just because he gets overheated. So
I-
to him, that's like wearing some sort of a hot raincoat
Goddamn
on his
space
penis.
blanket.
He's like, my dick gets too hot. It's all sweaty in there.
You remember his airport thing when he had to take his dick out on the airplane?
Oh yeah, that's
Did I
right.
ever say this on the air?
you did.
Okay.
Did you say it on the air?
You said your dick stunk.
No, it didn't smell great,
Yeah, that's
but I was on that flight and I put my hoodie over my crotch and then,
What flight?
it was years ago. I think it was, I can't remember what the flight was, but I do
I'm
remember.
sure it's an airline that no longer exists.
They quarantined that thing.
I hadn't showered the night before. I went to the airport. I was fucking all hungover and grimy, and like on the flight, I was like, I gotta let my balls and my dick breathe. So I put my hoodie over my crotch, and I took my penis out.
I don't think I've ever heard this story.
Just to let it air out.
It's just so disgusting.
And like there were people there, you know, it was obviously a full flight. And I just had there with my dick out underneath my hoodie.
And every once in a while just flashing the kids.
No, man, I don't want to fucking show my dick to kids. This is a story of when I had to let it breathe. That's all.
Just a story of when I had to let it breathe. This is really vile, Chris. What would you have done if like, you would have fallen asleep and like your hoodie fell off your lap?
I would have been arrested, Gail.
Jen says ooh to everything that Chris is involved in. Oh.
Everything he does
disgusting.
is gross.
Had the hoodie fallen off, I would have had to have been arrested, I think. Probably.
Wait.
I would have.
But it's not, but why should it be a crime if I'm just falling asleep?
Because I'll tell you why it's a crime. A, you're in public. 2, it looks like a pig's tail.
That's why you're having trouble getting it
This
hard.
is a Muttley. Yeah.
That was a corkscrew all the way down there.
He's gotta get it on fucking...
It's like headphones. He has to like untangle it
Yeah.
every time he takes it out of his pants.
Oh boy.
Well, that's really sad, Chris, and I feel really bad for you.
I feel bad for me.
All right, so I think let's play a little PC&D.
PC&D?
Yeah,
PC&D than ever.
PC&D.
I feel like we've done so many fun games in the last few weeks.
Oh yeah, it's all been about Bennington Barometer, but PC&D is the OG game.
All right, so this is PC.
This is a game that you and your gay friends played with you?
Yes, and some of them were straight women, so straight women and gay men.
Same thing.
So PC
PC&D.
PC&D is pro, for those who have not heard, pro, con, neutral, deal breaker. I'm going to give you a scenario in which you have been dating somebody, you like everything about them, then you find out this fact, and you have to decide, is this fact a pro for you, a con? Are you neutral to it, or is it a total deal breaker? All right, PC&D.
PC&D.
Has cosmetic surgery to look like a celebrity. They facially reconstructed themselves after a favorite celebrity.
This actually happened to me where a girl was trying to look like Pete Rose. And this is an obvious deal breaker because this is mental illness.
Yes. That's like, to me, that's the first thing you've got to think is, do you just find this to be a mentally ill fact?
Well, when I say tip of the iceberg, I'm saying that because most of the iceberg is submerged.
Yes.
So all I see is the tip.
The physical self.
Yes, that means there's a lot more under the water. I'm going to rip the bottom of my boat out like the Titanic did. Deal breaker, icebreaker, I'm out.
He is out. Chris Stanley.
Neutral. I like to see where it's going. To see if they can actually end up. What if I find the celebrity they're trying to look like to be attractive?
Yes.
So I would say neutral.
Jen?
So which one that you would be happy she was like trying to look like?
I don't know. One of the Jenners. They're pretty attractive.
Bruce.
You are such a basic bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're not attractive.
I'm just kidding.
Well, first of all, could you be more fucking normie than anyone else? Go ahead, Jen.
Jen, PC&D, same question.
If he came out looking better, I think it'd be a pro.
By the way, do you ever see anyone who tries to have this and they look better? They just duck lip it.
Yeah, usually I don't think they even look like the celebrity.
If it worked, we'd all do it.
But, more men do it than you would think. Like, I've seen so many, like, special, where they're like...
I live on the Upper East Side. A lot of men do it. They look exactly like their wives who have done it. It doesn't work. Again, if it worked, why wouldn't you do it? Because you wouldn't know. You'd just be like, hey, there's a 30-year-old with an old body. But it doesn't work that way.
Well, getting work done in general is become a new sign of age. Like, you don't actually look youthful. You look like someone who has work done. So therefore you look old. So when somebody who's like 25 years old or 30 years old gets work done, they end up looking older than they are because you're like, oh, they have old lady face.
Right.
This fake stretched out thing. Like, remember like Courtney Stodden? I found out she was like 18 years old. I was like, she looked like she could be my mom. But it's not that she wasn't attractive, but it's like she had the look of somebody who had work done.
You're now making everybody think that your mom had work done.
She doesn't. No.
Too late.
And mom.
And
mom. All right, Vito, same question.
I mean, like, I'm going to go pro because think about it this way. I'm allowed to like eat whatever I want and be proud of my body. So if your thing that you're into is just
why are you proud of your body?
By eating whatever you want.
Well, I mean anybody in general. You're allowed to be body positive. You're allowed to be fat now. I'm allowed to be fat. It's cool. Nobody can make fun of me apparently, and I can just do it. So why can't people get surgery?
All right, I will.
It really is a slippery slope, like you explained to us. It's a slippery slope.
I will say that I agree with Ron Bennington. That to me, it's the only normal response. And the three of you are all here. We're saying varying degrees of neutral to pro. It's so strange. This person's obviously
just imagine that you were watching a movie and the guy found out that his chick was getting her face done so she could keep looking like, let's just say Jackie O in 1962. You'd be like, oh my God, play the scary music. I'm in a fucking movie. But you guys are like, this is great. And then Vito went so far to say that he's proud of his body.
And then he shared that with the world on a Friday.
I'm body
and by the way, guys,
you know what? I'm proud of my body, okay? And I'm proud of who I am right now. And I'm proud of my new girlfriend that pushed me into kissing her. I'm proud. I'm proud, I tell you. All right, give us another PC&D.
All right, PC&D.
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 Has
PC&D.
0 friends. You are the only person that they hang out with. Now, they'll go hang out with you and your friends, but they have no friends of their own. PC&D.
PC&D, I'm going to say pro, and I'm also going to say I kind of demand it.
Very big pro.
Right.
Stanley.
Con. I feel like they need to be able to go someplace and not hang out with me. I need some alone time every now and then.
Maybe they like to spend time alone.
So I don't have to be with them all the time?
No. You just find out that they don't have a friend in the world.
They literally have no friends.
First of all, you don't have a relative in the world, so who are you to judge anybody?
Pro.
Jen.
I think I'd be neutral about it because it just depends how they act. Like if they are, like if they have people skills and they could be friends with my friends and not be so possessive and demanding, then I could deal with it. But if they're like possessive and crazy, I can't.
I got news for you, honey. I don't want to hang out with your old fucking friends. I said I liked you, not your friends. I think it's crazy to act like, particularly as the years go on, I could see when you were in college that whether somebody likes your friends or not. But now once you get into adulthood, that's fucking psycho. I need you to like my friends is crazy.
Yeah, I definitely, and I agree. That's something I kind of felt when I was younger, that I was like, oh, I want my boyfriend to get along with my girlfriends.
No.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I think it's kind of better, too. You're just like, yeah, they're into different stuff. Particularly friends you've had for a long time. They might as well be family members. You're just like, they're fucking crazy. It's fine.
Right.
I get why you don't like them. You just met them. I wouldn't like them either if I just met them.
That's another thing. I would never even demand that somebody has to like my family. Like, forget that. I hate those guys who are like, if you like me, you're going to like my kids. What are the fucking odds? Someone's going to like your adult children. They're next to 0. I don't care if you fucking come home with me on fucking Christmas. That's your call. I wouldn't do it to somebody.
Now, I would guess that Vito would say it would be a con, because this is just a guess. I think in your mind, you'd like your boy gang and their girl gang to be friends, and that's a little social butterfly. Why do I feel
that does sound really fun for like both groups to come together and do things together? Maybe a big social group. But it would be a deal breaker because like it would scare me the person that's like I don't even talk to the people I work with. I don't have friends. I maintained a friendship from childhood. I don't know anybody
Maybe
anymore.
they just moved here.
Yeah, but they don't know it. Like I'm thinking this is a person that just goes like wakes up every day, doesn't speak to anybody, doesn't text anybody, doesn't do anything.
Look, I'll tell you this. I know plenty of people like this, that what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I don't consider it to be loony. I kind of consider it to be adult.
Yeah, maybe that's just, so maybe it's a weirder look on a young person. Would you agree? Like, if you said, let's say, think about it this way. You have a kid, they're a teenager, and they're dating somebody who is that way. Or somebody who's in their early 20s. Would you go, that's a little strange?
I've never judged who my friends or family date or how they feel about them. I think that's wacky when you think your opinion counts towards them. Even if they're with a fucking raging lunatic, I'm like,
Right.
they like them.
Well, it is the easiest way to lose a friend or a family member is to go, I'm against the person you're in love
Yes.
with.
But why does it think it matters? It'd be like me telling Chris what he should have for breakfast. Screaming at him, no. Why don't you ever have French toast, motherfucker? It's good. You can put syrup on it.
Why are you yelling at me about this?
Because I want you to change the way you're living.
I want you to experience all the good things
Now
in life.
that would be crazy, right? If I told him what he had to have for breakfast food. So then I would turn around and tell him whether the person that he likes is good or bad.
Right.
I'm not there. I don't know how they are together.
That's very true. But I think also that, like, it's like the fastest way to break someone off because I think it's actually in your nature. Like, it's in your, not in your DNA, but it's almost like the way you think I'm supposed to section off in family. Sometimes, like, you have ideas of, like, you don't really realize it, but you're having pulls that, like, are happening underneath. And I think that is, like, your body saying, like, I'm supposed to, like, create a family. I'm supposed to do my own thing. You're not supposed to stay a child within your own family. So that's why it's very easy to just go, well, you've just cut off your whole family by telling somebody you can't be with that person.
I tried doing that once with a dude because I thought they were getting divorced. I said, like, you know what, this is a long time coming. You need to fucking do this. And then they got back together.
Oh, my God, Chris, no.
Actually, my buddy Ian from Austin.
Oh, no.
Did you go with her?
Oh, no, they eventually, they ended up
But you had
still,
the
that's a very-
uncomfortable
yeah.
thing that you said that she's a real pig and a slut.
Oh, yes.
Everyone does that when they're younger.
This is a long time ago, yeah.
Right, and then you learn.
Yeah.
Like, that's a one-time mistake.
The last time
people
I did it.
make, yeah.
Yeah, you just have to be like, hey, buddy, I'm sure you'll be okay. But you can't just jump in it like, she is a whore.
God, we hate her.
And we, like, always thought she was
Dude, when
dumb.
you're younger, you're like, your friends are like, get the fuck away from him, slut. You already fucked him over, you know. They're involved. They're as
Right.
involved in your life as everybody else. And so now when you get older, you're like, oh, that's a bad idea. But when you're younger, you do shit like this.
I mean, I had a friend who counseled one of her friends, like, she was friends with a couple.
Yeah.
Counseled one of the people when they broke up. I was like, oh, okay, I support your decision and here's why and blah, blah, blah. They got back together and first order of business, defriended her completely and acted like the whole thing was her idea. And she's like, look, I just was supporting. I was just supporting the decision. And they were like, you know what? We shouldn't have got together. You know who really fucked us up was getting in our ear like this was a good idea. So it's like you actually can get
everything can
advice.
go wrong. Everything can go wrong. Now, at the same time, you know, people are always like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? But let's look at the other side of this. Here's Chris Stanley. There's Vito. Vito likes to be Mr. Social Guy. But he wonders why he has a disconnect with Chris. At some point, loyalty is expected. Jen, agreed or disagree?
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You consider yourself a loyal person?
I do. I do.
How about you, Gail? You consider yourself a loyal person?
Yeah, I'm a loyal person, I think.
And I know that Chris is a loyal fucking person. He's loyal to a fault. But I will say this, the best way that you can be loyal, you don't even bring shit up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Nothing happened. Nothing ever fucking happened. Never do that. Remember that time this happened? No.
I'm so loyal they call me the San Andreas fault. You know, loyal to a fault.
First of all, that is the most East Side Dave joke I've ever heard in my life. the effect this guy had on your life, where you're basically lifting his personality.
No, I'm not.
That's what he would say.
Shit. Yes, I am.
Hey, who's this new guy? This new guy is so interesting.
I've never seen anything like this before.
It's summer in Siam.
I love that song.
Moon is full of rainbows. Well, because you brought it up the other day, I keep fucking power listening to it.
I love that song so much.
I was thinking, well, we also did the Irish
Yeah,
bands.
GPS.
Yeah. Hey, Fonzo, what's happening?
Hey, what's up?
You want to go to break, Fonzo?
Let's break.
Why?
You need to catch up. Catch up on breaks.
It's the Bennington Show. Hey, it's the Bennington Show coming up in just a little bit. It's Comedy 101 that we did in Austin with a show I like to call the Bonfire Skanks. We took the best of the Bonfire, best of the Skanks. We left out poor Dave Smith, and it was his birthday.
I know, that feels terrible.
I know. We gotta make it up to him somehow.
But, you know, he was enjoying himself in his own way.
Hey, I don't know if there's something with these headphones. I can't hear the rejoinder music. Did it play?
There's a problem with the
headphones?
board, but in the headphones. So don't worry, it was playing.
Okay.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I didn't hear it either.
I shouldn't even have pointed it out.
Now I'm nervous.
Yeah. But are we on the air?
We are on the air, yes.
All of us.
All of us. I promise you.
But that was our big show at Antone's, and that was so much fun. I loved that club so much.
It's a classic club. You know what I mean? It's one of the great clubs in American history.
And, like, it's such a great room, but, like, stepping out, just, like, how great everybody looked from the stage, and it was just phenomenal. Completely packed, and that was such a great night.
I used James Brown's dressing room.
Yes. That's exactly.
He had still left behind some aftershave that was incredibly strong. A friend of mine did, back in Florida, did an interview with James Brown, and James Brown had a guy next to him who just took an album out of the thing and just kept fanning him. Because James Brown ran hot. He was always sweating. And he had a guy that was just fanning him during the interview.
You know, I thought that was kind of like a gimmick, like that whole, like, he needed to be fanned.
No.
Like that was always faint.
James Brown, any performance had an inch to an inch and a half of sweat on him at all times. He's our version of Vito right now.
Yes.
You actually look like you went in and washed your hair, but that's just pure sweat.
This is just pure sweat. I run hot, very much like James Brown.
Yeah.
So.
I can't believe. I thought for sure you had, like, put some gel or ran your head under a sink. That's how wet his hair is.
That's the waterfall from his scalp.
It's like shine.
Well, and I'm usually wearing the Indiana Jones hat, and that's just keeping everything compressed. I decided to take it off for 10 minutes, and it was a bad idea.
Really? So then it actually is less sweaty for you to wear a hat?
No, I mean, it's like when it's on, this is from...
It's a sponge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
I
using this
see.
as soap dish. All right, I'm going to let you come up with a topic for right now on this beautiful Friday.
All right, so everybody talks about breakfast for dinner.
We never
everybody?
stop. We never
Everybody.
stop.
I always hear everybody talking
I've
about
got a great idea, pancakes.
But what I like is dinner for breakfast sometimes.
That's almost disgusting.
That's weird.
Well, it came...
I can only think of one food that works, and that's leftover pizza.
You would do a leftover pizza for
I
breakfast?
have done leftover pizza for breakfast.
I feel like I would not. Like, I'll do a breakfast pizza. You throw, like, an egg on it.
I understand
I'm
what you're saying.
intrigued. But I don't know if I just want, like, old pepperoni in the morning.
Well, you're heating it up. It's delicious the way I do it. I do it in the pan.
Well, this came up because I
put some foil over the top of it. Don't put it in the oven.
I know.
Pan, foil over top. It's like it's real.
Crispifies the bottom, then the foil melts the cheese.
Perfect for somebody who doesn't eat dinner for breakfast.
I do that in the evening, thank you.
Every morning, Chris Stanley watches me eat at like 10:30 a.m. grilled chicken and mustard. That's the first thing I eat every day.
That's disgusting.
It grosses me the fuck out. Like, I hear him eating it.
I'm asking you guys not to eat in the office anymore. I brought that up
Stone
earlier
ground
this
mustard, too.
What did he say?
I'm done.
You know me.
You'll never see me. Not with
Okay.
another morsel, Mr. Bennington.
By the way, everybody remember that. It'll be $10 fines every time you're caught eating in the office.
Oh, shit.
And I'm not saying snacks, but one one of your famous tuna fish sandwiches? No. Those days are over.
When it fills up, can you take us all out for oysters and lobster boat?
I'm not going to that goddamn lobster boat.
Look, what other foods do you eat for breakfast? Because I find what you're saying to be gross.
When you're hungover, I've had a cheeseburger before when I woke up to soak up all the grease, maybe some fries at like 10:30, 11
First of all, the bacon, egg, and cheese already exists, and that's the perfect hangover food.
And that is...
You're getting your protein, you're getting your salt, you're getting your fat, you're getting your carb. Everything's taken care of you. Everything's taken care of.
Have it with an icy Coke. So you're getting the sweet sugar, you're getting your caffeine, and you're getting really a lot of ice.
God, that sounds good.
You like a breakfast sandwich, don't you?
I love a breakfast sandwich.
You've been closing your eyes during this whole...
It really may be one of the greatest sandwiches ever invented. And it's fairly new. It's only like within the last, I'll say, 35 years that it existed. It didn't exist in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s.
So people just had like bacon and eggs on a plate.
But I'll tell you what, you go to some other places, they don't really treat the breakfast sandwich as a common thing the way New Yorkers do. Like a breakfast sandwich is like a very common, you go to LA, like they'll like scramble some eggs and they don't know what to put it on. They're very confused by it. They don't have like the bacon, egg, and cheese on a roll.
I'm too busy with that avocado on toast.
Like what are they doing over there? Give me a nice roll, do a real New York style.
Here's what I believe, and I think Philly's got it the best with the scrapple egg and cheese on a hard roll.
Yeah, I mean, that to me is like, I wish that I could have grown up that way. It's beautiful.
It is.
Like having scrapple is like a constant breakfast food as opposed to just like a treat when you're in the area.
Hey, my local supermarket just started carrying tasty cakes too. So
that's congratulations.
I believe it's because of the Wawa push.
Yeah.
I think the Wawa push is waking up America.
Yeah, because now
Wawa.
it's trickling in. The Jersey vibe is trickling into New York. You're gonna get those sweet tasty cakes. Yeah. But I'd love to see some haversacks in my grocery store.
You know what to do, and this is not kidding. Just ask. Say, hey, order it for me, because they're in the business of making what? Money. Right?
Yeah, money, paper.
Money. Yeah.
Coins.
So they're like, hey, what do you want them to be? Because I've seen people going like this. You got any pig's feet? And they go, no, but we'll order some for you. And the guy's like, what? I could have this done. I'm from the South. Yeah. And I go like this. You know the rest of the pig is delicious. You don't have to just sit there gnawing the foot. I totally disagree with your mustard and chicken.
What is another thing that you would do? So you have burger,
spaghetti,
a chicken and mustard.
Well, yes, spaghetti. I mean, if my mom made spaghetti the night before and it's in the fridge and I'm not in the mood for breakfast, because like Chris said,
who's not in the mood for breakfast?
Well, because if I was out till 4 or 5 a.m., there's a good chance I got a breakfast sandwich on my way home.
Yes, and then you wake up and have a nice
double breakfast is the best thing that could ever happen to you.
I wake up and I want something different.
This is why girls don't like you.
Would you eat leftover Chinese food in the morning?
I've eaten pork fried rice in the morning.
Would you have an ice cream sundae first thing in the morning?
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean,
why not? Is because we have a civilization, okay? This is a society. It's a fragile thing to live in a society, okay? You got to work at it every single day.
Why can people put ice cream on fucking French toast and pancakes and waffles and I can't have a sundae in the morning?
I'm going to say that because you only do that on a brunch situation, which is lunchy. No one, if you go in at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're in a diner, do me a favor, throw a scoop of ice cream. They're going to go like this. Officer, we have a drug addict in here.
I thought that was
taking drugs.
I've done that before.
No.
That's fucking hideous.
Yeah, but again, you're probably up from the night before. You're not going to wake up and put a scoop of ice cream
I'm gonna
on
tell
your
you right
pancakes.
Now, I'd rather get up in the morning and have 4 fucking bumps than one fucking of these dinners that you
definitely. I just look at food as food.
Would you eat a full turkey dinner in the morning? Like mashed potatoes?
You've never done that the day after Thanksgiving. You've never eaten,
not
you've never
for
woken
breakfast,
up.
Not for fucking breakfast, dude. We're Anglo-Saxons. We're not whatever your people are. What do you consider when you're Italian?
Mediterranean.
Wait, I think you had the right name. You can say that, I can't. I can't say DW, but you can.
DW Vito.
I'm half, so I can only say one of those words.
By the way, do you ever notice like we all take turns bringing up topics? There's never one topic that Vito ever has that we agree with him. We're always saying, you're insane, Vito. This doesn't make sense.
Why are you so crazy, Vito?
I don't know, man. I just like to eat food when I want to eat it. I don't like to be held.
One of the things about you that's odd.
I'm a peculiar individual.
I wish that you would have just said breakfast for dinner, the standard, we'd all be sitting around. Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, my
That's fucking delicious.
It's like an omelet, right?
Oh goddamn. I put an omelet and then I put it in the wrap. I just wrap it up, and I'm actually eating like a little omelet wrap.
Oh my god, that sounds good.
Put some sausage in there.
But he's like, don't you like meatballs in your steak at 4:30 in the morning when you wake up?
No, we don't like that, Vito.
But steak and eggs, people accept that for breakfast.
Cowboys do. I mean, you got to be out west where you're really putting in a hard day.
Again, the rest of us are eating that for brunch, something that happens after 11 a.m., preferably well after noon.
Plus, Vito, you said snake and eggs. That's fucking disgusting.
Come on.
Let's Jen get into it because, first of all, I noticed you don't even go near him. Probably because you eat some crazy Trinidad breakfast that
I was
never
going to
is.
say that. The Caribbean, we do like sometimes have like curry, like really heavy meals like curry chicken or oxtail.
Because you don't have
pig's
food.
feet.
You don't have the choices we have. A hurricane just hit. You like pig's feet?
I've never liked pig's feet. I like oxtail though. It's really good.
Yeah, I'll eat the tail of it.
I prefer pig's feet.
Do you really?
Yeah. The oxtail? I do.
I don't think I've ever had a pig's foot.
What?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a pig's foot.
I forgot your parents died.
Yeah, they're long gone, Ron.
They really wanted you to, though.
There's no 99 slice of pig foot.
Yeah. I gotta find a Bigfoot wholesaler.
So, Jen, what did you want to talk about?
Well, I found out a new term yesterday when I was scrolling through Instagram. It was like a blog up about, you know how some people are asexual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's
I know
also
one
a
very
thing
well.
there's also a thing called aromantic, where it's basically like you're not attracted to like courting or like any romanticism.
Yeah. I think that only works if you've been married for quite many years. I think if not, I mean, we saw this. Vito is a romantic. Chris, in his own way, realizes that a date has to take place before the rape.
Right.
It's not a rape, it's consensual.
I was going to say, it seems pretty typical of men. Like, what this idea is they enjoy the act of sex.
Yes.
But don't want to deal with having a partner. That's a majority of men.
Okay, can I just say this, though? It's because I think romance, and we all know what it feels like to be really caught up in that person. It's fantastic. It's a drug. But the whole thing of, I brought you flowers, I brought you candy, I'm taking you, that is a fake thing that both of the people get up, you know what I mean?
Right.
There's no reason for anybody to like flowers or candy. They like the idea that you've done. Yes, it's the thought. That isn't your thought. That's the problem with it.
Right.
This is a thought that was sold to you. By who? The corporate Valentine fucking people.
Because that's what's really exciting about somebody. Did you boo them?
Yes.
I'm on your side.
Yeah, thank you.
The thing is, that's why nothing is more, can take you off guard than someone you've been dating and then they buy you something or give you a gift that's like, oh my, how did you know that this would be something that I like? It's not candy. It's not a diamond ring. It's not
something
like
that means something to you.
You were like, oh, I told you.
Yes.
I was really into this artist, and then you got look at this.
That
I got
kind
you
of stuff
tickets
is
to
nice.
this thing that you said you loved when you were a kid. That is
romantic.
That is romance.
Yeah. Like with girls, I would give them all an old Stratego game from the 1950s. But if you're finding out, you know what I mean, that somebody's into something, and then you do that with them, that's romantic. The thing I think people hate is this put upon false romance. Look how many people are like, oh shit, it's Valentine's Day, I can't fucking stand this. Because they know it's just a way for them to make a mistake.
Yes.
You know? Or a man buying a diamond ring, which is, it seems like out of all the rings that you might want, a diamond is the most ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know?
I was
Nothing personal about it.
Like a ruby or an emerald would be much more impressive.
I mean, the whole thing got started. The whole thing got started because of the mole scale. It's just, it was the hardest. It was rare and it was hard. So they're like, oh, this is like a really durable, pretty thing. And that's really it. That's like how the whole thing got started, as like diamonds being.
Well, diamonds have been around forever, just like gold. Here's the thing. Let's think you're a caveman or a fucking Egyptian, some kind of shitty thing. You got zero that's shiny. Zero, right? Yeah. So like, this is a shiny thing. It had to be unbelievable. Now you have a fucking iPhone. You could You can take the iPhone out and you're like, this is shinier. Diamonds should be like $5 a piece now.
Yeah.
Once we've had iPhones. Gold should be nothing.
It is kind of weird when you think about that. Like, you have no technology and no, like, and then you just have this little thing in a box and you just like look at it and you're just like, it's beautiful and it's mine. Precious.
But now, once we have iPhones and big screen TVs, you've got plenty of shiny stuff, world. Let's make sure we destroy the gold market, okay?
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
The silver market?
Oh, and the silver, yeah. Okay. I just feel like that's secondary to what I'm trying to do, and then finally do bronze if you want.
Silver market's like down Mexico way. Like, they're taking care of that.
But I will say this, when Chris brought up ruby, I don't know if I've ever even seen a ruby. I've heard the name my whole life, but I never saw anyone say, hey, do you like my ruby ring or my emerald ring?
I always find them to be lighter than I thought. Like, when I realized what a ruby was, I thought they were darker.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was like
They're
a
very
blood
light.
red, but it's actually a lighter red. Garnet is what I thought ruby looked like. Garnet's like deep blood red.
Like
stone.
in Garnet Valley?
Yeah, garnet.
I'd much
Very
rather have
pretty.
a bunch of garnet fucking jewelry.
Nobody's gonna buy you an engagement ring anyway, boo. What you thinking? He's like, when my special
There's only one thing I'd buy Chris, and that's scratch-offs.
I'm gonna get me a garnet ring. And that's how I know I found the right one.
But yes, I think people, I don't think that they hate romance, because you can't even help it when you fall for somebody.
Yeah.
And you just think everything about them is great. How long does that last, by the way, where you're just like a crazy person? Like, I think 6 months?
I would say that's.
I was gonna say 6 months to a year, because it can depend on like the way you roll out the relationship. Like, if you just maybe just immediately move in together, maybe it could go away a little quickly. But if you kind of like slow play, that whole thing could last a year, where you're just like, I'm gaga for this person. I don't want to see anybody else.
By the way, as much sense as the fast thing, the slow playing can be incredibly fantastic.
It can be.
You're keeping yourself in a whole state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, that's why the old mixtape was a fantastic gift for a girl. Because you're saying these are songs that matter to me, or they matter to you, and I put them together. I've sequenced them in a way that tells a story. A story that ends with a baby that looks like both of us.
Now, Chris, did you ever make a mixtape for a girl?
I think my college girlfriend, I believe, I made.
Did you like burn her a CD, or did you make her a mixtape?
I made an actual mixtape because her car only took cassettes.
Well, first of all, this is fantastic that you did this. What were some of the songs on there?
I know for a fact I remember OPP was one of the songs on the fucking mixtape. And I swear to God, that's the only song I remember.
Was she somebody else's pussy? Is that why you put it on there?
He's always cucking somebody out. He doesn't even like anyone.
He's like, I want to cuck my friend. Yeah, you know me.
That's fucking terrible.
I can't remember any other songs, but I know OPP was on there.
You ruined the mixtape by just even saying that.
Not the point of the mixtape. Man, like, I wish I could remember mixtapes I got, because I started getting mixtapes like in elementary school. Like, I remember like my elementary school boyfriend made me a mixtape. And I do remember Nirvana being on it, but I can't remember.
Oh, well, the way you were making it sound, I thought it was going to be like fucking Muppet songs.
No.
3, it's a magic number. Oh, he's terrific. He knows me. It's my favorite out of all the numbers.
So true. But yeah, that kind of did hold on for a while, like making mixtapes even into like CDs starting, because there was this thing where it's like, hey, if you burn somebody a CD, it's not as cool. Like, you still gotta make a mixtape.
I just remembered another song on that mixtape, Blackbird by the Beatles. And both
that does not go with OPP.
Wait, are you kidding?
I can't remember.
This is more weird than having OPP on it. Like, I thought it was going to be like the rest of it was like rap songs.
Oh no, it wasn't, because she was mostly into like classic rock. So I'm trying to.
So that was your favorite song, the OPP?
I think I was just like, here, listen to this. I threw it in there just to fucking throw her off.
That's really strange.
Yeah,
I wish I had that fucking tape.
Was it because she was other people's pussy?
She might have had a boyfriend at the beginning. She was my neighbor at SUNY Purchase.
Where she live in the old?
No. Oh,
rich boy.
Rich boy.
You're a rich girl. Go too far.
P Street, baby. Come on.
I lived on Street G. That's where the gangster shit happened.
Now Jen, you want to be wooed. You want to be romanticized.
I do, yeah. And like most of the guys I meet, I realize are probably aromantic because they're just all about like, let's just get to the point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's not what happens.
A girl want Gucci. A girl want Fendi. A girl want Prada.
Now, you actually have to say to them, no, you got to romance me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that's nice that she at least points that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no, this is a game.
Well, yeah.
A game that's played throughout the ages.
And better than thinking that and knowing that's what you want and then not saying that. Like, oh, if he's good, then he'll just figure out to romance
Right.
me.
You got to tell.
You're like, hey, I need a little romancing.
Yeah.
Look how Vito is going away because he's not sure how it works.
This is when a man and woman love each other.
I'm not good at that. Sometimes I either go too romantic or I don't go romantic enough. I can't
Going
find a
too
middle.
romantic is really embarrassing.
That's
really
bad.
Because then you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs like a fucking asshole.
Oh my god, I remember.
No, wait, thumbs do not
Yeah,
twiddle like an asshole. These are two different parts of the body.
Gross.
There's this movie I saw. I'm not going to say who it is because it's a guest of ours.
Uh-huh.
It's happening right now, today. Where he says, I love you too fast. I believe in getting it way out there early. I don't believe in making a big deal out of it. I like drop her off. You're not even kissing. All right, love you. Get it out there.
Yeah.
Get it done. So it's not such a big, major fucking thing.
That's smart.
Yeah.
It's fucking hanging over.
Do you guys feel like there's anything like a guy should say it first, a girl should say it first?
First of all, I don't. I think there's nothing worse than if someone says it and it's too big of a deal. Mm-hmm. You know? Like if
you were acting like you were proposing. Like you're just like, I
say,
want to tell you something.
I love, yeah. And then she goes, really? Well, thanks. Mm-hmm. That's nice of you.
You're so cool. That's a really cool thing to say.
Oh, God. I gotta go.
I think you're so neat. It's like really
You're tall. But see, Chris, with you being an alcoholic, it helps because you say it in a drunken state.
Yeah.
to a first time one night stand Tinder date.
I love you. Let's go back to your place.
I got an ice cream cake waiting
Jen,
for me.
have you ever told a man that you love him?
I did, but like he didn't take it seriously because he said I say it to everybody. He's like, I heard you say that to like, your best guy friend, and I'm like, yeah, because I tell everybody that. So I don't think I've ever said it in like a meaningful.
You've never said it in a
heartfelt
meaningful way.
Yeah, I think I've just said it like, you're my friend, love you, like.
Yeah. Well, you're very cold. You're very cold.
She is like a cold-blooded gangster in a lot of ways.
I bet, Vito, you say it pretty early on and very seriously, right?
I only said it. The only person I said it to was my ex. Before that, I'd been in relationships, and I took the word so seriously that I was like, I'm not going to say it until I know I mean it.
Oh my god, that's so weird. Yeah.
Because I thought it was like real when you said it, and I was like, oh, then like when I break up with this person, because I always had this thing of, I know I'm not going to end up with you, so we're going to break up at some point, so I don't want to get too invested.
You're overthinking this.
If you're
shit.
invested,
Enjoy
then why would
yourself.
you break up?
Because I was like, oh, this is fun for now, and then.
But then, then you're afraid to get invested, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just kind of like play it really just light. Like, I was told twice, like, I love you, and I was like, that's awesome, thank you.
Oh,
What a shithead.
Oh my god.
it would be nicer to say, well, I don't love you.
Well, I just simply don't. I'm sorry to tell
I
you.
have love for people, you're just not one of those people. Well, I just found this out. This is an awful show with terrible people in it. Comedy 101 coming up in a couple of minutes. Do we break first, Chris? Or
Let's go straight into Comedy 101.
well, this was in Austin, Texas, and as Gail said, we're playing at Antone's, which is a great club, packed out place, great fans, and the bonfire was down there, and the Skanks were down there, and we loaded the two shows up together. So we had Big J, Dan Soder, and Louis J. Gomez. And let's face it, they're beyond even friends with us. They're family.
They really are.
Yeah.
It was a very warm feeling. Moon Tower in general was just like, all our buddies are here. It was great.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. And then we got to meet so many great people who came out to the shows. And
Just
it was
fantastic.
really, really a fun time.
Yeah, it was really, really great. And being with these guys is always really great. every one of them, you know what I mean, in their own way is like really fun for us. So I love when we set it up so these guys can just uncork. And they took the angle of, hey, it's Moon Tower, we're away from home. Why don't we stay at a certain degree of partying the whole time? And you can kind of hear that in them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's really, really funny too. Jay, right from Jump Street. That's so funny. And, Lewis is Lewis.
Yeah.
He's our guy. And Dan Soder, seriously, you can see Dan Soder blowing up. You really could.
Right.
I know that they all take that as an insult. Whichever compliment I gave any of them, they're going to be insulted because they didn't get the compliment.
Wish they could trade.
All three are going to blow up. We love all three equally and bestly. They're all the best looking people.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
Fuckable.
Because
I just want to throw that out there.
We talked about that where we did like a little joke that we always do with Louis J. Gomez.
Yes,
and
always.
And they got their feelings hurt.
And this is not the first time. It was even different groups of people.
Yes.
People get upset if they think that
male comics.
Male comics get upset if they think that I prefer Louis J. Gomez over them.
Yes, we've learned that. But this is great. Comedy 101. Really some almost too good of young comedians down there in Austin playing this still.
Yeah, there was some really, really strong sets, and it was a lot of fun, and so very different from the open mic comics that we have in New York, so that was really fun for us too.
So from Antone's in Austin, Texas, part of the Moon Tower Comedy Festival, this is Comedy 101.
Live from Antone's Nightclub as part of the Moon Tower Comedy Festival in Austin, Texas. And presented by the Interrobang.com. This is Comedy 101. And now, here are your hosts from the Bennington Show, Ron and Gail Bennington.
Not us, sir. You. All right, Austin, how we doing tonight? Thank you so much for coming out here tonight. I'm Ron Bennington. This is Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I am Ron Bennington. Now, have any of you guys heard Comedy 101 before? Then you're going to be disappointed. No, this is going to be great. So we've brought down 3 just really nice mentors from New York City to open their hearts and experience to these young Austin comedians.
It's like a comedy boot camp.
It is a comedy boot camp, but in a homoerotic way with a lot of ass to mouth. And this is a little different. Some mouth to ass, which...
That's great.
is still kind of shocking when you think about it. But for you guys that don't know how this works, this is the Moon Tower Comedy Festival, and it's great to be here in Austin for that. And some of the biggest comedians in the world will come up and take the stage, but not during our show. This is going to be open micers. Now, we've never done this outside of New York City, but I can tell you a lot of the people who've come in and done the open mic and did this in front of our mentors are still doing open mics. So go ahead and applaud if you want to. It's a wonderful thing.
A couple people are doing bringers, which is great.
Yeah.
There's a couple bringer shows.
A couple of bringer shows, which is great for the family because they get to see flop sweat of a loved one. But it's so great to be here. Are we ready to bring out our mentors tonight? You feel like we're in that mood? Yeah.
Do that.
From New York City, ladies and gentlemen, you know him from the Skanks, a very popular pop. Yes, go ahead and give out that love. It's Louis J. Gomez. Yes, yes, Louis. They love him.
It's a nice pop.
Yes. Louis J., you got the pop you were looking for.
That's right. No, I said pot, Ron. Pot.
Oh, you want pot?
You thought I wanted a pop. No, I'm looking for marijuana. There's no marijuana in Austin.
I will just say this, and I'm going to use a code word. half astronaut, has given so much weed and mushrooms to Chris Stanley that he's afraid to get on the fucking plane with it.
Where's half astronaut when we need him?
There he is.
There we go. We're making connections.
Local Austin, please get him.
Local Austin. Way to really sound like a cop. Isn't it funny how Puerto Ricans know exactly how the police speak? Oh, and I want to tell people, a Puerto Rican, we should explain this. This is what we call a New York Mexican.
No, they call them Mexicans.
Mexicans are the Puerto Ricans, yeah. And Lewis is building a wall around his own parole officer. So it's great. There we go.
I didn't realize you was going to come and shit on me, Ron. There's a whole bunch of fans here. There was a pop.
I thought you said it was a pot, you fucker.
No.
You switch it.
They gave me a pop when I wanted a pot, but, I feel very uncomfortable in front of these people now.
There's the skanks, and then, of course, there's also the bonfire.
Skank light.
Yeah.
And there's also a little TV show I like to call Billions. I brought a fucking TV star to you people. Dan Soder! Dan! Soder!
Soder! Soder! Soder!
Oh, good to see you, Ron.
Nice.
Lewis, you're still Lewis.
Hey,
right.
Dan, fuck you.
You know, Lewis, if you were a woman, you would be a roller derby girl. I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah, I mean, that's really hot.
All right, so go fuck yourself.
Oh! Suck my dick, Dan! Wait a minute, are we supposed to be fighting each other on Comedy
No,
101?
you know this. No.
Oh, I thought this was like a king rat situation.
No. You guys are bonding together to help the next generation of comedians.
Oh.
You know what? Because, believe me, tonight, one of these young comics could go on to superstardom like our next mentor, who's got, a podcast with the Skanks. He's got a radio show with the Bonfire. Just did a comedy special. Has a show on CISO. And God damn it, he may be.
There's some CISO fans here.
Or an employee of CISO.
Yeah.
There was a Mexican named CISO.
Lewis made a joke, everybody!
Yes. It was a setup. It was a punch.
It's a miracle, an Easter miracle. Let's stop fucking around because he is the web that holds together
That's true.
New York comedy.
It's true.
Big J. Okerson!
Big Jack! Big Jack! Big Jack!
Big Jack! Big Jack! Big Jack! Big Jack!
If I may, CISO, 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 CISO,
Season 2!
canceled.
Oh.
Yeah!
You know, I don't know whether you guys can help any young comics at all now after that.
We could definitely lead him in a chant.
Yeah, that is true. That's true,
You're probably
Jay.
getting my meeting with CISO now. The Mexican guy.
You went to the well too many times on that.
Yeah, it's too much. Now, I consider these three guys, when we were coming to Austin, this is the only three guys I asked, because I consider them the boy band of comedy, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm the nice one that turns out to be gay.
Well,
We've been called NSYNC before.
I will say
He's
this.
the one that's let go from the band early.
Now, if you looked at this, if this was a boy band, Gail, and you had to pick one that you thought was hot.
Louis J. Gomez.
That makes me fucking furious.
All right, hold on.
Well, Jay, there can't be two bad boys.
Gail, that was a
I
little
thought I
too
was the
fast.
bad boy.
Here's the thing. I see Jay as the charismatic front man. You got, of course, Dan Soder, who's...
one?
Well, no, he's kind of the autistic,
Writing songs, getting afraid of lights.
Yes. And Louis J. Gomez.
Smelling the stage.
Louis J. Gomez, and every band has this serial rapist, and that would be Louis J. Gomez.
Yes. I have to come into my turtleneck 20 years later to testify against them?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were.
I was busy designing the stage.
He made me quite uncomfortable.
So no one knows that. If you had to pick the hottest one.
Louis J. Gomez.
Hold on.
Jesus.
If you had to pick the one that wouldn't make your dad throw up.
And Big J.
Big J then. Yes.
Yeah.
She's saying
I'll
Big
dump
J.
Christine right now. I'll tell you what. Gail's a very good-looking young lady, and you can tell because she's making that fucking B. Arthur Golden Girls gown work.
Yeah.
She's making it work. It's working for her.
It's a real, do you want a Werther's with a boner attack?
Gail, it's 98 degrees outside. Why are you wearing a blanket?
There's holes in it.
She just bought that today. And what kind of shop was that?
It was at Feathers, which came from a suggestion. Where is she? She's here.
The girl from Feathers is here?
No, she's a heroin addict.
There's another hot astronaut here.
Somebody got a free ticket for a discount on a robe.
I like to call her
This is
Better
my
Half.
alley blanket. You take it.
Is it the 6th Street Jedi store?
I'm just surprised. I was thinking, I was like...
It was a little inside.
Yeah, it was.
I was thinking it was Stevie Nicks, but I'll take B.
All right, yeah.
Fine.
Stevie.
Oh, yeah, White Witch, you're right.
Yeah. All right.
And then we could end the show with Louis J. Gomez blowing cocaine up my ass. So
Oh!
Just so you know, Louis J. Gomez doesn't know who Stevie Nicks is, so have fun with that in the rest of your life.
I know exactly who that guy is.
It was
Stephen Nicks, born in Peoria, Illinois.
Forward for the Chicago Blackhawks for 3 seasons.
You know, when you said Louis J. Gomez and blowing, I was sure I knew where it was going to go. Never thought of it as coke up your ass. All right, you guys ready to get this started tonight? This is the best of Austin in Comedy 101.
this is Austin's finest.
Yes.
Are you ready? All right.
I felt sarcasm in that.
No, not at all.
Your first comedian never graduated high school, claims he has the best Christopher Walken impression in the world, and once did an impression of William Shatner in front of William Shatner on The Tonight Show. Please give some love for Timothy Banfield.
Timothy, go get him, buddy. Good to see you, pal. Woo!
All right. Yeah. That's all I need. Yeah. Let's just start with that. In an alternate reality, there's good news for you guys. Christopher Walken is president. Somewhere in an alternate reality. Yeah, I know, right? He just addresses the entire country. Look. Let's be honest. Prostitution's not legal, but porn is. What's up with that? But with the bullshit.
Please stop.
What time does the buffet open on the Carnival Cruise Line?
You were on The Tonight Show, or you were at The Tonight Show?
And instead of Sean Spice, we have Mark Wahlberg. Look, okay, calm down. Listen. President's gonna handle it, okay? We got this. Calm down.
Can you go back to Christopher Walken?
Like, you got a ticket? And they were like, anybody in the audience have an impression of William Shatner? Or you had a room with a sign on it that said your name?
So I'm short. Let's get that out of the way.
You should have done that first. It's been the tiny elephant in the room.
I own 3 pants from the kids department at JCPenney's.
Was this Jay Leno? Or Jimmy Fallon. I don't know.
The worst part about them is the fact that they fit me perfectly. Like the pants, and they're not like a healthy child size. They're like a fat toddler. Like that's the size of young pants that I wear. And you'd expect an adult wearing kids' pants to be tight in the front. Not the case at all.
Can you do that joke as Mark Wahlberg? Start it over. Run it back. Do that joke as Wahlberg. I think we can combine these jokes.
Yeah, I'm not. Yep, that's true.
That was fucking good right there. That was the best thing you did.
No, that's good.
So guess what? I own like 3 pants from JCPenney's from the kids' department. That's true. Yeah, and they fit me perfectly. That's the worst part.
Side question: how high's the suicide rate in your family? Is this gonna buck you, or
did you say how high because of how short he is? You're an asshole.
I like wordplay. I'm punny.
Did Jay Leno come in one of his plastic cars? He's got one that's all wood, and you have to steer it with like a stick or something.
Can you do Jay Leno reviewing your impression of Mark Wahlberg?
All right, take it on, big man.
And now I have to go up to the lady at the register with these pants. That's the worst part of it. Because I know they're kids' pants, and she's way too talkative for this situation. I'm handing it to her, she's like, how old is he? He shut your mouth. That's how old he is. None of your damn business is his name. Junior, because I'm also none of your damn business. Right there. Can we do this like a hostage exchange?
When you did this for William Shatner, did security tackle you? Or was it invited?
The tackling was invited.
Good one.
Do you have any fantasies of harming others? At all?
As Christopher Walken, I stab you in the face with a soldering iron. Give me my food.
Hey, as a voice guy, can you stop?
Timothy Mansfield, everybody. Timothy Mansfield.
Good job, Timothy.
Good job, pal.
Yeah.
Now, just so Jay can sleep tonight, okay? How did you get on the Tonight Show? How did that all go down?
They saw my Christopher Walken.
Uh-huh. And no one else does Christopher Walken.
Thank God.
0 people. Absolutely no one.
It's the most original.
And again for Jay, who was the host?
Jay Leno.
Jay Leno was the host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever commented on how small your ears are compared to your small body? The tiny, tiny ears on that body.
They make me look huge.
Yeah.
We are in Texas. Do you do a Ross Perot?
When they say everything is bigger in Texas, they were not talking about you.
Lewis, you're talking in bumper stickers again.
If this truck is a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
No Ross Perot. No Ross Perot.
Timothy Banfield, everybody. Let him hear it. Way to go, Timothy. The guys, you loved them? You loved them? Yeah.
I liked his Mark Wahlberg was great.
He was also really good on the fly. It was much better than all the stuff he had prepared.
Yes.
So when we were throwing him shit at him, he was fucking zigging and zagging. It was awesome.
I don't think that you paid attention at all then, Louis.
Yeah, really? What?
I didn't see him zig or zag.
He acted like we didn't say anything and moved forward.
It was almost like we were ghosts and he didn't want to acknowledge us.
You were the 3 little voices he always has in his head.
Yeah. Oh my God, who was the host of the Tonight Show that day?
Louis is over there. How is he doing this? How can he improv like that, man?
I was fucking impressed.
He's not looking at his hand. He's not looking
Christopher
at
Walken, then? He's William Shatner?
He fucking rewound. All that shit, that was incredible.
Robin Williams did that in 1979.
Robin Williams is dead, Ron.
Do you think that guy's gonna jerk off and choke himself tonight? I hope.
That's Carradine.
That's not not at all how Robin Williams died.
Yeah,
Didn't they find him hung in a closet?
No,
It was
Pat-
probably jerking off. I believe all celebrities go that way.
If you were a detective, that would always be the motive.
Yeah.
Clearly, the suspect was jerking off.
Yeah. Don Rickles, did he have any extra belts?
Hello, Mrs. Hernandez. Your son Aaron was jerking off today.
There's a 75% chance Aaron Hernandez was just jerking off in prison. I stand by that.
He goes, I'm
Who
sorry.
hangs himself today?
Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, he was beaten off and he fucking pulled the cord too late.
He pulled what cord? It's not a parachute, it's a fucking
Hey, you're
t-shirt.
supposed to come and then loosen the Windsor. He kept going. He pressed forward. He's like, I could probably get one more out. He tempted fate one too many times, that Hernandez. We all know he's impulsive.
I will say this. I'm now convinced. Big J is maybe the greatest detective working today, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Me and Soda are Jake and the Fat Man. You guess who's who.
Once again, Lewis is left out.
Oh, Lewis is our Mexican informant.
Are you guys ready for the next contestant of this game show that we're now changing the name to Jerk Off and Choke?
it's a hero's way out.
Autoerotic asphyxiation, if you want to be Latin about it.
Well, there's only one Latin here. What do you think, Gomez?
Hey, Lombada Gomez. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. How did that guy do it?
I'm so dumbfounded by how he did the fucking rewind. It's incredible.
All right, are we ready for the next
All right,
contestant?
let's do this. Our next comic was on The Price is Right in Australia and guessed $1,000 for a vacuum cleaner worth $87.
An idiot.
When she was 7 years old,
Well, it's Australia. They got to import all of their vacuums.
when she was 7 years old, she put pepper in her undies to see what would happen.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Let's give it up for comedian Lainey Max. Lainey.
Come on up, guys.
Lady X? Lady X?
What happened when you put peppers in your undies?
It burns significantly. It's, yeah.
That's what I would have guessed in the pool.
Yeah.
Are you doing an impression like the last guy? Is that just an accent you're doing?
Yeah, this is just a bit.
Oh, that's so cool. Can you do a rewind thing now?
And then come out and be like, yeah, I totally put pepper in my underwear.
Yeah!
That's a voice we can all get behind.
Now, can you Heath Ledger it and choke yourself while you jerk off?
He died of pills, dude.
He took pills and they jerked off with a necktie around a doorknob.
Wow.
Do you guys even read the news?
Lady X, continue.
I mean, to be fair, who among us hasn't jerked off and eaten pills at the same time? G'day,
You are
guys.
fun.
That was just hot.
That's so funny. You're so talented. Ron, she wins.
Stop it, guys.
All right. Let her work. Go
Do you
ahead.
want me to just say aluminium and other Australian words?
What the fuck did you just say?
Beer.
Let me take this top shirt off.
Aluminium.
Top shirt?
All right. I was going to say my accent proves I'm obviously from Pflugerville. But here we are now. The gig is up. I'm from Austin, Australia. Guys, I'm not really a political comic. I try to not be, but I am going to just come out and say it. Fuck Outback Steakhouse. That joint does not represent Australia at all. They don't even have Vegemite, which is the one cliche Australian food. If you don't know what Vegemite is like, I'm here to let you know. It's exactly like anal. As in, you gotta try it 3 times before you start making wild claims about whether you like it or not.
I'll just say that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Christine, listen.
He knows.
Also, was the pepper before the anal or the anal before the pepper?
Yeah, maybe the anal was hurting and the pepper was just nothing.
You know, it was all around the same time.
If I could speak in a bumper sticker like Lewis, never put the pepper before the anal.
Right.
That's a good point.
Wow,
Very,
what
very
a
good point.
romantic guy this is here.
Can I say
Ladies.
something?
Yeah.
You, despite your accent, you are very beautiful.
Oh.
That's normally a boner killer, and that's like her accent, like it's very shrill, but she's very beautiful and inspiring.
Very shrill.
Great,
Thank
great
you.
news,
I
sweetie. Louis
appreciate
J.
that.
Gomez did you the service of saying you're attractive.
Yeah,
No, in
lovely.
spite of the accent.
Is this guy hard to get or something?
Not a guy that looks like he rollerbladed here.
I don't know if you know this, but Rue McClanahan back here's climbing the walls to fuck him. So I don't know if you can hear in the back.
I appreciate that.
She's rescheduling.
Go ahead, Don.
All right. Here we go. I'm moist. All this sex talk. Sorry to be so political about Outback Steakhouse. I try not to be political on Facebook. I've got one friend who's doing enough of that for all of us. When Trump was elected, he was losing his mind. He's like, I will be judging anyone who has a baby 9 months from now because who among us could possibly have sex at a time like this? And I was like, well, dude, it's the end of the world. Is there ever going to be a better time not to use a condom? Besides any time, am I right? Yeah.
Oh God, I wish she would have pulled some Outback Kung Fu shit.
Great
Fucking
news, Louis. She has herpes too.
She goes, the final joke's about how I'm diseased.
I thought it was peppers in my panties, but just festering lesions.
Your accent is actually really good.
He's a voice guy.
Oh, you're a voice guy. Yeah. You're an artist.
I'm just trying to figure out why Bill O'Reilly got fired and these three guys have fucking carte blanche.
Listen, bro, when you're under the radar, they can't hit you.
Look at Lewis's dimples. Yeah, that's how.
Anyway. Am I right?
Fucking, I agree,
Go back to
guys.
your shitty country.
Hold on. I was raised by an alcoholic single mother. You got to throw more heat at me than that.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. I am an alcoholic.
Dan, get to your room
single
while I
mom.
fuck your friends.
There it is.
It's okay, I understand. I actually am an alcoholic single mother. I have 2 children. They are in the car. They're probably hungry, and when they get hungry, I just say, well, guys, Mummy did not get this body eating every day.
Lady Max, everybody! Lady, stay up for a second.
Lady X. Lady X.
That was fantastic. What do you guys think, though, seriously, overall?
Great.
Great? Yeah.
Ron, ask her who she wants to fuck out of the three of us, just like you did with Gail.
Only one? Seems a little cheap.
I call the butt.
Yeah.
I call the butt.
I want that peppery ass
call
pussy.
the butt. We call the butt.
And I'll hold her hand for support.
That's sweet.
Dan, you can headbutt that baby factory. Me and Lois are going in the stinker.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
I don't want to work under the hood.
Lady,
while
great
you guys-
job, darling. Thank you very much.
Sorry about that, lady.
Listen, lady, you're a fine girl.
Stuck in your head, Dan.
Nice.
What a good wife you would be.
All right, what do you guys think so far, guys? They're loving it.
Captain
Austin.
D's here. Everyone's here.
Captain D is in the house, yeah.
So many people are here.
Now, let's keep this going. Who's the next person?
All right, our next comic says he's the forgotten cousin of both Cheech and Chong, and was quoted in the newspaper as saying, I prefer to look at this rain as the sun sweating. He is an Austin institution.
Can I go smoke?
Let's
Son
give,
of Cheech and Chong.
It's May I Smoke.
let's give it up for High Five Bong.
High five bong, everybody. High five. Go get him, pal. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Sir, your son and a vampire fighting for a girl in Portland right now.
Sir, I saw somebody throw garbage onto the side of the road, and I want you to relax.
How many wood chimes do you own? Can you talk to wolves?
Who's watching the cigar store? I got more. I'll keep going.
Go ahead, high five.
Can you put your ear to the ground and give me my directions to my hotel?
Who's menstruating in this room?
Go ahead, high five. You got him, buddy. You're nice.
Sometimes when people fire at you, you need to fire back.
Are you going to give Jay the thinner disease?
For 8 months, I'm going to get so much pussy. Then it gets weird. Then I get gaunt. I fantasized about that since that movie came out. I can tell you 4 other movies that actor's been in.
Worth it.
Thinner, worth it.
Totally worth it.
I'm going to G-Star Raw.
Yeah, I'm going to Jamaica for a month.
Go ahead, high five.
The reason I've got this upside down is whenever I see legs up in the air, I know I'm going to have a lot of fun.
I mean, it's just factual.
When you look at me, you may be thinking, I know where the good stuff is. I do.
Can you hook us up? We've been looking.
When you say my last name, there's a little more bong in it. Kind of like this. Hi-fi. Bong!
If we're not at our shows tomorrow, this guy killed us.
I like you.
Oh boy.
I think sports need to be harder than what they are. For example, basketball should be played on a moving flatbed trailer going down the highway at 74 miles per hour. If somebody steps out of bounds, there'd be no arguments. And what about golf?
For sometimes a man follows a premise, and it does not pay off. Like the sun setting late on a winter day.
High five bong, everybody, come on! Really nice stuff there, high five. We're gonna put everything back together now.
Is high five Asian, Mexican, or American Indian?
Yes.
You know when they have you check off your race on boxes and it says other?
That's it. He's other.
He just disappeared into the crowd.
It was great.
Who let that falcon in here? Did Hi-Fi just turn into an eagle and fly away?
I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. There's just a bird outside my window. I'm sorry about the voices. I didn't have a dad.
Is that the guy who killed Jim Morrison?
That was Jim's friend. Jim Morrison did not jerk off with a belt around his neck.
In a bathtub in France. Yes, he did.
Ron, this
They're
is
not
how
put it out. They're fake news.
Ron, this is how Jay thinks everyone dies. Like when you tell a child their pet went to a farm upstate. You're like, yeah, Jay, he died jerking off too.
When I was 10, they told me my grandfather passed away. I said, you freaky old son of a bitch.
Belt around your neck, hand around your
Hey, you know what? If you're gonna go, that's where you're gonna go.
All right, Pop, you had a party.
I just want to check on one thing, though, because I was kind of noticing. Did you have to remind Dan that he does an Indian impression?
Yes.
I saw that.
Yes, I did.
I saw that.
But it murdered.
Yes, it
I
killed.
smoke a lot of weed.
I'm not kidding. That was the cutest thing I've ever
I
seen.
literally said, Dan, remember you do that Indian thing. It would murder right about now. He goes, yeah.
Yeah.
I also at first went, oh yeah.
I do? Right.
This is why they're mentors. Big J. Okerson, Dan Soder, Louis J. Gomez, who is the Hi-Fi Bong of New York City.
I am the Hi-Fi Bong.
Dude, when he went into that bong thing, it was scary as shit, right?
That was a good bit,
If
though.
you would have held it for 40 more seconds, would have got a laugh.
Absolutely.
All right, Gail, we ready for the next contestant? They're all doing great here in
All right,
Austin.
they're killing. Coming up next, this comic used to melt Starburst in the microwave when she was a kid, and she can swallow a bunch of pills at one time. Please welcome to the stage, Christina Parrish!
Come on, Christina!
I hope this girl put peppers in her panties.
Hello. I don't know if you guys saw that small child outside. There's a small child wearing a giant jacket, and he came up to me and was like, "Do you want any shockers?" And I was like, "No, sweetie, your fingers are too small, but I'm sure if you do it over and over and over again, I'm bound to feel something."
Damn, Lewis! She got your ass.
You look like a fat Joey Fatone.
Joke's on you, bitch. Joey Fatone's fat now. I just look like Joey Fatone. It's not 1997.
I might fist fight this girl today. What the fuck was that?
I like her jean jacket sass.
I like it too.
I bet she draws on her book covers.
Yeah. Where am I? Okay.
Antones.
I smoke weed, but I don't do it to get high. I do it to get awkward on a first date and pee myself a little, right? Get a little pre-wet, ladies? Okay. A little splish, splash.
You for real piss your pants when you smoke weed?
Yeah.
Stop smoking weed.
I hate myself.
Keep smoking weed.
Okie dokie. The voice inside my head. I like sex. You guys don't like sex? You guys are like, no, I fuck God and God fucks me and that's how I get into heaven.
You go real 0 to 60, don't you?
Holy shit.
This chick is fucking dark.
Oh yeah, that's real fucking boil a rabbit when you come home kind of energy.
You're inside me like God. I'm not going to be ignored, Louis J.
I left my jean jacket at your place for a reason.
What do you mean which jean jacket? The one with Daffy Duck on the back.
Yeah.
You should have prepared more than one fat Joey Fatone joke.
No, I know.
Fucking asshole.
I
Now
know.
you're falling apart.
Who the fuck are you? Okay.
Oh, too real.
Okie dokie.
Who's this fat Vin Diesel?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm retarded Luke Perry. We all know these things.
Took him 12 seconds. Yeah, 8 seconds was a Luke Perry movie.
It's a goddamn great rodeo movie. We're in Texas. Brush
Can
up.
we get an applause break for that joke? That was excellent.
Of all places, I thought a rodeo movie joke would work.
That was phenomenal.
You sons of bitches.
I pop my knuckles a lot. Once I pop, I can't stop. And I was gonna have sex with this guy and the lights were off. And I wouldn't say it's a bad habit, but I would say it's not the sound you want to hear before having sex with someone. And I was kind of shredding my back like a bag of chips. And he just got up and left. You know, some men are just so easily satisfied.
I don't know why I like that joke, but I did. I don't know.
Also,
because you still think you can fuck her, Lewis.
Also, I don't know.
I know I can fuck her, Jay.
No.
Christina Parrish, everybody!
Christina Parrish!
Christina, great job. What'd you guys think, other than Lewis?
Really funny.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah, Lois, go ahead.
I know, she was really funny. It was good.
Yeah.
Unique.
Okay.
I like her delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Christina. There we go.
There she goes, Christina Parrish.
Way to come back on that Joey Fatone thing. That was
I don't like to work off the cuff, but
yeah, I
You
know.
are a stickler.
test me.
He's disciplined. He's disciplined with his act.
I like to stick to the written word, but sometimes you got to come out of your shell, give it a whip.
All right, who do we got next, Gail?
All right, the next comic was born 2 weeks past her due date on her dad's birthday. The biggest twist, her parents thought she was going to be a girl until the minute she came out. Little did they know, she made the transition back years later. She also says she is the kinkiest comedian in Austin comedy scene. Give it up for Austin Smart.
Hola, what's up, y'all?
I'm extraordinarily confused right now. I'm not. Hey, Ben Kronberg.
I think I met Austin at South by Southwest a few weeks ago.
Yeah, you're the last person I saw before I blacked out.
Was that terrible? Oh. Well, were you sore when you woke up? Because I tried to be gentle.
My asshole's loose enough, it's never sore.
I'm all girth, no length, but, you know.
I like you guys, you dressed this up as a comedy 101, but this is just a confrontation from weeks ago. You get your moment in court. Continue.
Oh, man. All girth, no length. That's not. I'm a professional at hiding my dick at this point. It's my blood. It's day in, day out what I do. It's not that tricky. There's only 2 places you can hide your dick. First option, underneath you. Classic, simple, easy option. Option number 2, inside of somebody else. Bit more difficult. The question, can you spit, might come up. What? That's a pragmatic question if you smoke weed and fuck butts.
Can you start a record label called Smoke Weed and Fuck Butts?
Yes.
All right, cool. I'll buy a t-shirt.
Will you fuck my girlfriend while I sit in the corner and do this?
Fuck yes.
Will you teach me how you got such great legs?
No.
Where's your dick?
Touching my asshole.
Yes! Oh, what a waste of long dick.
I just came.
That's what I came here for. Yeah. Want me to keep going? You know,
Sure, Austin.
Yeah, do more.
More, Austin.
Do more.
I do smoke a lot of weed, but it ends up just making me really introspective sometimes. I end up questioning myself a lot, like, am I actually trans? Or do I just have Asperger's and have hyperanalyzed my way out of my own masculinity? It seems like a distinct possibility.
You're trans. 100%.
Louis J. Gomez is New York City's foremost problem solver.
Oh, man. I've had bad allergies my whole life. Really, cat allergies are the worst. It's developed to the point where I have these murderous fantasies of just killing cats all the time. And I know I can't do that. That's fucked up. So what I've done is I've merged my passion for activism, my desire to kill cats, and I've just started adopting terminally ill cats. So I can watch them slowly die.
That's fucking cool. It's a good fucking joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No dings necessary.
All my friends come over like, oh man, your cat looks really sick. Yeah. It is.
This comedy's very brave. Louis, real question right now. I'm not even going to ask Dan because I already know Dan's
Dan's
answer.
a fucking pussy and
he's a
won't tell the
total
truth.
puss.
Fucking flat-nosed bitch.
Turn sideways for a second.
Good.
Just ass and back.
Okay.
Do you go for it and not ask questions?
I'll tell you this. I go for it from the fucking front. This thing is hot. Whatever it is so hot.
This thing's hot. This thing's hot. This thing's hot. Soder, you have a contract. You can't talk about it. You can't say
I
things
said
like
this
that.
thing's hot. Those legs are incredible.
They're incredible.
Great legs, great ass, great triceps. Unfucking believable.
No shit. Pecs for days.
Dope Adam's apple. I love it. It's my shit. You're the first person I've ever heard say it like it's a Mountain Dew commercial.
Yeah!
I want to fuck to the extreme.
Extreme fucking.
I don't know what it has, but I want it.
How do you feel about choking me while I jerk off?
We call that a code red.
Austin, you look so happy with these guys talking like this.
I'm in love with this. I mean, are any of y'all into kink shit? 'Cause you talk like you are.
I'm telling you right now, all bullshit aside, Jay would 100% let you fuck his girlfriend while he jerked off in the corner.
Oh, God, yeah.
100%.
I'm telling you. I mean, I'm not even blinking an eye. I think that's an underestimation.
Do you fuck chicks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't let her
Jay,
fuck Christine, you're a pussy.
Does this
we call it a Texas tornado?
Yeah. Your offer, Jay. Does it go to anybody who tucks their cock tonight?
Can anyone who tucks their cock fuck Christine?
Yeah.
No, I think particularly I want to see her. Yeah, absolutely.
Just Austin?
Just Austin. Yeah, absolutely.
You're making progress.
You've got the
You're
golden
living it on the
ticket.
edge. Seriously, you're winning right now.
First of all, her and Christine have the same haircut. So.
Except Christine has a deeper voice.
Come on, Jay, let's pick up this chick. Let's do it all in the dark, and I'll just try to find Christine's puss from her lap.
Can you do fucking Marco Polo?
Marco.
All right, Austin, do your thing.
I was doing an interview with the Austin Chronicle about these bathroom bills that are getting passed. And at one point it got really awkward because I had to be honest with them. I was like, look, guys, I don't give a fuck about these bathroom bills going in the Senate right now because I wear diapers 24/7. Hashtag freedom.
Austin Smart, everybody! Austin Smart! That was great.
That one joke was just one of the fucking funniest jokes I've heard in a while. That was an unbelievable joke.
Great
And
set.
it's 2017.
And you just watched Chappelle and Louis C.K. last week.
It's 2017 and anyone could be objectified. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's
It's
true.
progress while also stepping backwards.
Yes.
Funny schmoney, getting my girl sniz.
Can that be the name of your record label?
It's the name of my autobiography, Dan. I thought we were closer than that.
A story of sensuality.
One man's journey.
All right, let's get to our next comedian.
All right, the next comedian is a competitive Dance Dance Revolution player, and he used to break dance, but says he's horrible at regular dancing.
If he's not Asian, I'm leaving.
I kind of hope it's Austin again.
I bet you do, Louis.
Yeah. Get another peek of the goods, yeah?
Put your hands together for Derek Kopshua.
Go, buddy.
Back-to-back trans? Austin is weird.
If you're here, where's Tweedledum?
I was going less for trans and more like Pugsley found Molly.
Okay.
All right, no Addams Family fans. We got a Munsters crowd. All right.
You nailed us.
Hell yeah. Can deaf people read pussy lips?
That's my joke.
That's my mantra.
That's you're kind of stealing my shit, dude. So.
It's on all my merch.
I'm stealing your shit. You're as big as my shit.
Does your shit also mistakenly wear horizontal stripes? Fat 101, bro. We learned that day one fat camp.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Bush League, brah. Real Bush League.
I'm not a guy with confidence issues.
No.
But I do find it weird when women pick me in a room full of dudes. It's like they're always like, yeah, that guy, officer. I don't know what's more embarrassing, having to shave my pubes, having to lift my gut to safely shave my pubes, or having to lay upside down against the wall so I don't have to use my arms to lift my gut to safely shave my pubes. But then I gotta shave my face afterwards because they fell on it like Harry Rain. which is an unreleased Prince song.
Yeah.
I used to get in trouble in middle school for wearing my sister's clothes. Not because I was cross-dressing in Mississippi, but because I was wearing t-shirts that said, "I love cum."
Your sister used to wear shirts that say "I love cum"?
That's great. That shirt only comes in plus size. Usually more of an urban attire.
He used to just tie his sister's shirt around his head.
It was also in Comic Sans. The sluttiest font. You guys seem pretty hip with it. Can I get a Helvetica, yeah?
Dan's edible just kicked in.
Oh, what a fucking geography teacher joke.
I feel like
I don't want to fuck with him too much, or else he might do the pie eating thing from Stand By Me.
And then Captain D threw up on Sarah McPants. And Barry Fennell.
Go-Pack Joe threw up on her.
Go-Pack Joe threw up on Crystal. There's a leech on my dick.
Oh, man. You guys are just so much over here.
Yeah.
All right, so, let's see. So, whenever it's coming down to the apps, how you guys feel about apps? Y'all fuck with them?
Hold on. You talking about like phone apps or appetizers at Applebee's?
Potato skins.
Love them.
Sometimes they're apps that bring appetizers to me, so that kind of counts. But I'm talking about the computer apps.
Oh, okay, sir.
Does anybody here fuck with apps on phones?
Everyone fucks with apps. You don't have to ask that question. Everyone.
Anybody in here have a name or?
Anybody breathe air? Anybody?
Who owns a phone charger?
Who drinks water in this place? Be honest too. I need to, if we're being honest.
Nobody really? Nobody? Okay.
I guess I'm keeping that $1 billion industry alive on myself.
That joke kills on the road so hard you guys don't even know.
I should have known dressing up wasn't pandering enough. But anyway, so, you guys, I love apps. One of my favorite apps is the one where you use your GPS to get people to drive you places. Y'all have heard of it, Tinder. My favorite woman on Tinder is the one who's got a picture of her on top of a mountain, because it means she won't have any trouble climbing this shit, son.
Yeah.
Derek, let him hear it, everybody. Good job,
I like
buddy.
that last one.
That was great.
Great, just stop.
I feel like God put the wrong arms on his body.
God goes like this. Was he born?
I was feeling you smacked his stomach really hard. Did he lift up his shirt, it's just black and blue all over his stomach?
He's going to feel that in 3 minutes.
3-minute blowback.
Austin, hey, by the way, you guys have all done this in New York. Austin's kicking some ass tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they really are.
I hate to say it.
There's some real garbage in the Northeast.
Yeah.
You guys are...
Not
really
to pander to you people.
Real tri-state trash. Not
we know that the comics are better and the gun laws are lax.
Yeah. And the Jews in New York, Jesus. Just wall-to-wall Jews.
Like Christ almighty, no pun intended.
All right, you guys ready for one more comedian tonight to take Austin home? This next gentleman is an alcoholic, a drug addict, a gambling addict.
Gary Soder!
But is recently kicking ass on Tinder as well as being a prop comic. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Stanley, the prop comic! Chris Stanley, the prop comic! Chris Stanley!
You all ready for some prop comedy?
Oh God, I think I just came. It's crazy, bro.
The Fate and the Furious just came out last weekend. Made $500 million. They've already announced the spin-off and who's going to star in it. I got my hands on the movie poster. You guys want to see it?
Yeah!
Yes.
A lot of props in there.
I'm a prop comic, Ron.
Yeah, I see that.
That case has definitely carried cocaine over country lines.
Then we took it to Logan International.
They're calling it.
Set your bed back up, dude. Set it back up. It took a while.
I forget what the poster's supposed to be.
Fate and the Furious.
Fate and the Furious is a spin-off, and they released the name of the movie and the actor.
Yeah.
They're calling it The Fat and the Furious, starring Alex Jones.
That's prop comedy.
Chris,
Poster.
I wouldn't be doing my job as a comedy mentor if I didn't say the ultimate kill of this would be if at the end of your set you hung yourself from that thing and jerked off.
And by the way, bro, to the death.
I mean, it would annihilate.
Ron, are these guys even prop comics? Should they be mentoring?
No,
me?
they're not.
Fair enough.
By the way, did you make this poster or just buy it?
I made it, Ron. I'm a prop comic. I make.
It looks like you just bought it in a fucking store.
This is my art, Ron.
Okay.
I feel like Vito's in the back mouthing all of Chris's words like a proud, like a dance mom, like 2, 3, 4, yes, and pull, and poster, and step, heel, turn.
I thought you were wearing a headband on first.
Do you guys want to see what Donald Trump would look like if his father never gave him any money and he was an alcoholic and he snorted too much Adderall?
Yeah!
Prop.
Does that work, Chris? Can you get Adderall?
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, I lied to my doctor. Of course, I have a prescription.
Chris, maybe you ought to show that poster again.
Headband on?
I'm a big fan of Chris's tight rolled headband, like a landscape.
Yeah, you look like a European basketball player.
I thought he was doing Loverboy.
Yeah.
I found the rest of Big J's glove, everyone.
Yeah. Got him! You got him!
Got him!
That's called on brand, motherfucker.
That's a perfect joke.
By the way, Chris, explain that to people listening to the radio.
Big J Ogerson's known for wearing fingerless gloves. I'm wearing a glove with just fingers.
That's great.
Finger gloves.
That's good.
Thank you.
Give him props.
You just get your props.
Props for props. Props for props. Props for props. Props for props. You guys want to see some more props?
Yeah. You kidding me?
I'm fucking sitting here, aren't I?
Comics say you guys want to see some more props. You guys want to see some more props?
So I just got into Austin yesterday. I noticed you guys got like a reptile problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they see like, you guys have like snakes around here.
Those are Mexicans.
I found a literal Puerto Rican rattlesnake. No, not Luis J. Gomez. Yeah, it is a knife taped to a stake. Puerto Rican stab people.
Holy shit, that was good.
The fuck does that mean?
Stanley.
Piece of shit.
Wait.
My dad was stabbed to death.
I was saying, for the
record,
Chris, for the record, Lewis's family Puerto Ricans get stabbed.
The fuck was that? My dad was actually stabbed to death, Chris.
It's for my art, Lewis. It's for the art.
Only because it's the art.
Lewis, it's satire. I stand behind Chris. Chris, good call.
Props for that prop.
Fat tire.
Oh, come on.
Bro,
That's
body
too
shaming
far.
is not a part of this.
Real nice, dude. And guys we fucked was just in here.
Carrot top, more like carrot cake top.
You guys hear,
I wish that guy with that knife would come and just finish off the whole line.
you guys hear Carrie Fisher just died.
Oh
Carrie
my
Fisher.
God. No, don't, please.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Come on, Star Wars.
Princess Leia, Star Wars, yes.
Yeah.
They made me the executor of her estate.
Oh, boy, that's unusual.
Yeah, I'm a prop comic, and they made me the executor of her estate.
That's an odd idea.
Will not be a part of this.
It's a weird premise. And they were nice enough to show me like all the things she has. I found one of her sex toys. One of her
It's a lightsaber with a dildo.
That's what a lightsaber sounds like, right? It's a dildo, duct taped to a lightsaber handle.
All right.
Just so you know, Chris, when you do prop comedy, when you're done with the prop, you're supposed to casually toss it over your shoulder. I don't even care about this anymore.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got mentors.
Yeah.
Here, Gail.
Come on.
Sorry, Ron. She wanted it. I saw her eyes.
We got any ladies in the crowd tonight? Any ladies who smoke weed? It's 420. Yeah. Well, I made this myself. It's a smoking apparatus that you will want to smoke out of for the rest of your life. You'll stop smoking blunts, you'll stop smoking whatever.
What?
I call it the dong.
A lot of these are dildo related.
Yo, how many dildos did you buy, dude?
Don Wicklund will be buying those dildos.
Again, I hate to be a mentor here.
Yes, I want you to.
If you're gonna go as far as to put the dick to your lips, it's funnier if you jam it in there. Or don't touch it to your lips, so either be a homophobe or don't. Don't just fucking touch it with your lips.
Just gonna kiss on it like a tease.
What are you gonna do? Kiss Austin's dick all night?
Am I wrong here? Is the honeymoon seem to be ending?
Yeah.
With Chris Stanley, the prop comic.
They're getting a little rough on my props, Ron.
Yeah, I know.
Depends on if I can keep this Puerto Rican rattlesnake.
You can.
What about your Vegas residency?
I think it's Reno.
Bed Bath & Beyond just recently announced that they're putting out an Aaron Hernandez bedsheet collection.
No.
Rip from the headlines.
The tight end.
Now give that to Gail with the lightsaber thing.
Because he died jerking off.
He died masturbating.
He's going down like Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
200 dead counts. Really
By the
fun.
way, did you get on the plane with this suitcase?
Yes, I did. I was on the Newark Airport.
The 1974 Samsonite is the only thing that made me laugh.
I hope that was your carry-on. That was all on X-ray at one point.
I love a hard shell.
You have a noose and 2 dildos and a snake knife?
They go, hey, do you want to pull this size queen aside, or just let her rumble?
Should we let it
on
go, or should we make a scene? I don't know. It's JFK.
I got one more prop. Anyone want to see it?
Yeah!
Yes.
One more prop.
One more prop. One more prop. One more.
Kim Kardashian.
Again, ripped from the headlines.
I'm current. She just announced she was releasing a line of back-to-school supplies. Back-to-school supplies.
The pencil sharpener in the asshole has turned me around and made me a big prop fan now.
Yeah! Yeah!
And those are my props.
Well,
yeah!
Props for props.
Props for props. Props for props. Props for props.
All right, I'm going to tell you something that your junkie father should have told you years ago. And that's clean up your fucking room. Come on. Clean up this mess here.
It's my art.
Yeah. Well, I never thought I'd say this, but Chris Stanley is the worst comedian in Austin.
Yeah.
I don't co-sign that. I don't co-sign that at all.
Where would you put him in the lineup?
Number 2.
Number 2 of the
it's
night?
the same way, though, if there was like a black person, I would have picked them first so people don't say I'm racist. So
Right.
I'm going with the trans so I get away with more shit.
All right.
What was it? The second dildo? Is that what did it for you? The second dildo?
The second dildo.
Yeah, but the trans girl had so many dildos hidden in her asshole. She just didn't use them.
Chris, come get your suitcase, please. And your Kim Kardashian.
Well, Chris is getting a suitcase, as I just saw him here, but the other third of Legion of Skanks is here, Dave Smith. And it's Dave Smith's fucking birthday.
Happy birthday to Dave Smith!
Dave and Hitler! Dave and Hitler! Dave and Hitler!
And Columbine!
And Columbine!
Is that right?
To him? Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. This crowd is white.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So much.
Love you, Davey.
By the way, the Austin airport was fucking incredibly white. Did you notice?
Yeah, no shit. There's a walk and roll in that place.
Yeah.
Which is just racist. They still have those?
Yeah, they still walk and roll.
Now, by the way, this is Moon Tower Comedy Special. Tonight is the Comedy Jam. And are we allowed to say Big J. Okerson will be singing? And we're not surprised about that. But Dan Soder is going to be singing tonight.
Soder sings. Soder sings. Soder sings.
Not well.
You're gonna murder, dude.
Stop. You're so supportive.
Now, Luis J. Gomez, what do you got going on?
I will not be singing.
He's gonna jerk off hanging from a necktie in his hotel room.
Tomorrow night, Legion of Skanks Live. We're doing, we're taking 6 comics. We're bringing them on stage with us. We're having something that we call a debate off. It's going to be crazy. We're going to be fucking having nudity. There's free cocaine for everybody that attends the show.
These are all guarantees from Luis J. Gomez.
Cocaine, pussy, fucking stacks of money, gold.
Trans.
You trans pussy and dicks.
So tomorrow night, the last Legion of Skanks show ever.
Yeah.
Right here in Austin.
Right at the
Exciting.
Velveeta Club. They convinced us because we thought it was macaroni and cheese.
And me and Dan doing Bonfire at 7 p.m. tomorrow, right here at Antone's. So
Beautiful.
check that out.
Hey, let's hear it for all the comedians that were up here. Come on up, guys. Come on up.
Timothy, Lady, Robert, Christina, Austin, Derek. Come on.
And let's hear it for your mentors. Luis J. Gomez. Dan Soder. Big J. Okerson.
I love you, Ronnie B. I love you, Gail. I love you, Chris.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
See you again in 1974.